Okay, now that we are back, Sandy, do you want to get us started on Yep, there it is.
Hello and welcome back to Difficult Terrain. Fuzzy will do the recap tonight, here soon. She's going to tell us about what we did on the last time that we were here. She's going to start that any minute now. It's probably about, I'd say in 3, 2, now!
2 now. I love it.
Excellent.
Okay.
Thank
That
you.
mustache, it sells it.
I know the mustache really just it brings that age to life. Anyway, last time you guys finished the fight with the gibbering horror and the gibbering ball. Soon after, you did a lot of damage the previous session, so you guys didn't have too much to go to finish. But before you finished the gibbering ball, you guys were graced with a longtime friend and a face no one has seen in months and months and months. Dubessa had returned with Zawadi, and she was ready for combat. Unfortunately, she rolled poorly, but you guys finished and everything worked out, and had a bit of a reunion. And soon after, you guys started going through the bodies, but Ryland's immediate instinct was to check up on Rusi and Kambish, who Rusi immediately responded with, things got weird, but everything's okay, and going to go check it out. Half of the group went outside to go see what was going on. The other half kind of stayed behind and investigated and looted a little bit more. And in doing so, by the time they reached Kambish, they found out that 4 of the Jeromes had attacked while you guys were in the cave. However, each one of them was murdered. And as Kambish was kind of perched up relatively high on the cliffside, none of them really seemed to get too close. One looked like they might have been climbing on their way up, but didn't make it. So most of them had dagger or dart damage, and 2 of them had noticeable magic damage of some kind that you guys aren't entirely sure what had done that kind of damage. But the rest of the group came out, asked a few questions. He did mention hearing someone. He said that her voice sounded pretty. Based on the languages that you all speak, you were able to figure out that the language the woman was probably speaking was Elvish. So other than that, you guys didn't get too much more information, but he seemed fine and pretty stable, all things considered. The fact that he was attacked was just Rusi beside him, and he seemed okay. But knowing that you guys were heading straight back to Kudugu's, you went back inside, did a little more digging, did a little more searching through the bodies, and found a few more magic items that managed to survive the digestion of the gibbering horror and the gibbering ball. Catching up a little bit more with Duvessa, you guys, it's okay. You guys heard that the Tenacity Den, where Zelia's ambassadors originally kind of had you guys as a hideout where it was safe in the Feywild, was attacked by demons some time ago, and that the Trient Cypress managed to channel what was left of her energies in the Tenacity Den and send her to you guys. But it was not a very clean transfer, which gives you the idea that it might be very difficult to get back if no one is there manning the Tenacity Den and if the strength there is weak. But she came back with 2 gems, the blue one, which is currently on her person, and the green, Tamna, who was returned to Valen, and seems a little more eccentric than usual, but claims to have figured out parts of a puzzle that mentioned something about a white alien, and he mentioned that he memorized what the puzzle was, so he can kind of write it out for you, but you would have to write it because he does not have a physical form, gem, and is going a little bit stir crazy. But items found, catching up with that, you guys used the teleportation circle to head back to Kudugu's, kind of giving her a heads up before you arrived. Because you guys were on the night schedule and it was getting really, really close to sunrise, it's about 5:30, 5:40-ish a.m., so it's very, very early. Sunrise is going to be occurring over the next few minutes, the start at least. And then you guys haven't quite moved yet. I believe as soon as you teleported, we ended it there. But you did feel the room expand around you because it was a very tight fit because it is not meant for your big old party. But the room started kind of pulling away from you and giving you space. But with that, you guys leveled up to level 11. And if there are Any other questions or concerns, we can always handle them after, maybe even during the break or whatever, if there's anything that comes up. But hopefully everyone has what they need. And if not, we'll get started. But with you guys shoved into this tiny room, not tiny room, the room that expanded, just as a reminder, Duvessa, who is not here yet, she should be joining us later. And Irene, you have the D20 inspirations for tonight. Kuba gave you a D6 for good behavior.
Yay!
And I will pull you back to where you guys kind of popped in.
Makes me feel like an ex-con.
I know, right?
There's an option for parole.
I know the one. Like as soon as it came out of my mouth, I was like, "Oh, that sounds like."
Yep.
Yeah, he got 2 months parole for good behavior. You know. So yeah. That being said, you guys just arrived here, and as you are all kind of feeling the space around you move, Duvessa and Zawadi kind of turn to each other, sort of converse quietly, but then Duvessa seems to address the rest of you. There's something I need to check out, and I kind of have to do it alone. And by alone, I mean with my friend. So I will catch up with you as soon as I can, but I will be right back.
Hey, if the locals say Kimathe, it means that they had a good time and they liked you.
Thank you. Yes, thank you.
It's a generous translation, but if I don't hear from you soon, we will be in contact.
Shouldn't take long.
Would you mind if I crow followed you?
Yes, actually, if you don't mind.
Yes, follow, or yes, you mind?
Yes, I mind.
He's pretty inconspicuous.
I don't know if you
Really?
can be as inconspicuous as me.
Behave.
All right.
She just kind of nods and slips out a little bit before you guys. So I'm just gonna pull her off. She's gonna disappear from you guys. But as you guys hear her leave, you can see that there's some light that's coming in through the windows. The sunrise has just started to get rolling in this city. And as soon as she kind of walks out the door, you hear it close. You hear someone a little bit further down. Oh, what was that? Bye! Like looks back towards the top. One of her helpers, the blue tiefling, seems to be up and active. But you guys are free to do whatever you like in this space. But you're here.
Woohoo!
Yay! Let's get out of the tiny room.
Yeah.
Tiny room.
Phelan. Brucey, go get him.
I need
Bruce,
to buy components.
tackle
I'll
him.
be back. Hold on.
As you like head down, you see the blue skin tiefling wearing very like light robes. It looks like he was probably up all night, like he just never went to sleep. And as you kind of make eye contact with him, you can see just sort of like bags under his eyes. And he just kind of pulls his hair back a little, realizing that he looks a little disheveled after he sees you guys walk in. But he smiles and yeah, I think Kudubu said you'd be around. You guys okay?
Yeah, I think we're better than you actually right now.
Well, good morning to you too.
Indeed.
He's working on his social cues right now.
Was that rude?
Good morning.
You
Good
just
morning.
seem tired, is all I'm saying. Do you need rest? Could we help you in some way?
He's just mad because he doesn't know how to sleep anymore.
You don't.
I'm not.
You don't
I'm
know
not
how to
mad.
sleep anymore.
It's glorious. You should try it.
See him just tilt his head and. Okay. Okay, that's good, I guess. No, I was just, and you can see that he has what looks like a ring in front of you with part of the circle that should be, like a nice complete band of metal kind of broken off. It's relatively small, but just from holding it in his hand and seeing him kind of frustrated, you can see that it looks like there's little gears inside that one tiny piece. And he may be fiddling with it or trying to get it to reconnect to the ring or something, but he's struggling very much and seems to be kind of stubbornly refusing to give up.
I see. Do you need help with that?
No. No, it's fine.
You-
I trying to get this done before people got up, so I can show her. So I'm under her apprenticeship, so trying to show her one of my ideas, but I can't show it to her if it doesn't work. So I got to work on that first.
Okay. I can understand someone who wants to earn their way, but
Yeah,
there
no,
were two.
I appreciate it though. Did you need anything?
I do actually.
Oh, okay. What do you need?
Do you have ointment for eyes that cost roughly 25 gold pieces that are made from saffron or mushroom powder, possibly some fat?
Valen, you can use one of these to
You
barter.
start speaking, and you see his eyes like glaze over. like you see him snap back into it. He was like, "Oh, components, right?"
Yes. Thank
Oh,
you.
okay. What's the spell name? She has it organized by that in the back.
Oh, you're ruining the surprise.
I mean, you want to write it down if you don't want them to know.
It's fine. It's true seeing.
True seeing. Okay. Oh wow. You see him like kind of take a step back and look at you.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Give me a sec. Does anyone else? Do I need more trips than one? Because I should probably make one.
Nothing for me.
I know you have unorthodox ways of conjuring magic, but do you need any spell components?
He's talking to Irene.
Irene is muted.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, moving along. What's up?
Do you need spell components?
My
The
computer's
stuff
not
that
on.
cost gold, Fuzi's having us have. So
My computer's not on. Somebody steal my phone.
Oh my
I
goodness.
could barely understand that.
Well, we can backtrack to it. If there is something that you need, we can say that you lost the gold.
ask for it.
Or,
Okay.
yeah, you lost the gold. You paid for it. So we can get back to that if there is something that you notice.
Thank you.
Okay. If there's nothing else, then I'll be back.
Sounds good.
Okay. Cool. So he kind of just walks off towards the back where you normally see her disappear into. And in the time, Humbeach kind of heads out and he's out with Ryan for a moment. Just, this place is so cool.
It's the coolest.
It's so cool.
Yes,
You
it
know,
is.
if you study hard, like our friend here, you might be able to have a place like this of your own.
Wow. You think it's? Would you rather have like one place you hang out in, or do you like to travel?
That's a good question.
Why not have a little bit of both?
Traveling allows you to be in the field, so to speak, so you can see what works and what doesn't. You're exposed to new ideas and new tribulations, which causes some quick thinking. Being able to sit down and conjure things, I think, is good too, but you might lose sight of reality, I think, if you stay too far out of it.
Oh, there goes gravity.
Oh, there goes Rabbity.
So I guess both then. But you can make us travel to places instantly with your stuff.
Yes,
Yeah.
it takes a bit of power, but
That's cool.
you can learn it.
As he's smiling, the tiefling returns. I think this is what you need. And he comes out with like a little burlap sack. Like looks like it probably should have been like a component pouch, but it's very neatly labeled "True Seeing" on the outside. And just sets it on the table. Just one, right? Was it?
I'll take two.
I'll be right back.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
He'll turn to leave.
Wait. Before you leave,
Yeah.
Valen, what else do you need?
That's it.
Are you sure?
Yes.
You just made that poor man walk
I
all the way
understand.
back there.
I
Do you see how tired he looks?
He looks.
You
He's a
wanna
man
do
who wants to
anything?
sleep.
Look, and I'm not that tired. It doesn't sound. No one likes to hear that they look tired. It just disappears into the
I
back.
can get you some coffee if you want. Do you drink coffee?
No, it's all right. Thank you. You're very, very nice.
Just your background, Phil.
I felt it.
Oh, okay.
I was like, "There's a breeze." Yeah. I'll fix it a bit. But he heads back off to the back room, and in doing so, in a few seconds, returns with another little sack that says "True Saying" labeled on it, same as the other. Okay, so 2, right?
2, yes.
That I believe is 50 gold, right?
Here's 55.
Oh no!
No. You get yourself the best coffee in town.
The best coffee in town is like 2 silver. That's a lot.
Get it delivered to you.
Oh, okay. Thank you. That is very kind of you.
Thank you. I appreciate you and
Yeah. Was that it? Could I help you with anything else? Or
that was all for me.
Okay.
He's gonna.
Sounds good. He just kind of sits down, and you can see that he's probably gonna wait until everyone leaves before focusing on his project again. Not due to lack of trust, but just like probably prefers the silence to be able to work.
Nirja would like to go up to him and ask, can you please tell me what this ring and this pipe does? And if you could, how much would it be for you to do that?
Oh yeah, identifying costs about 5 gold per item.
Okay. That I can certainly do. If you would please, this ring with a rose on it and this green dragon looking pipe.
Okay, sure, no problem. Let's start with the rose because I'm working on a ring and this looks much nicer than mine. He pulls that out. So it's 5 gold per identify. So
Just 10.
Right,
for-
mark off 10 for that.
Knock off.
So he identifies it and kind of holds it up and so I think you'd be very surprised to find out that this is named the Ring of Roses. And apparently, whenever you want, you can just summon a 1-foot-long rose.
Oh,
That's it. But
okay.
that's the first one. Here you go.
Unexpected.
See that? All right.
Right there. Oh my god.
That's adorable.
And then he looks over the green pipe and
I like how the thorns are dull.
Yeah, I love those.
takes the magic pipe and just looks over it for a little bit.
Oh, the flower's odorless.
Why are you sad?
That's the
Oh,
best part.
That's such a cute thing to be sad about, though. It's like there's no odor.
You gotta stop and smell the roses.
I kind of agree. No matter how allergic I am to them, I kind of
Oh
agree.
my god, that was amazing. That was really cute. So he starts identifying the pipe and pulls it back. Oh, okay. Shadow Smoke Dragon Pipe. Right here. Apparently you can use this. The smoke and such can turn you invisible for a
Oh,
bit.
shit.
Not what I would guess, but there you go.
Not what I would have guessed either. Okay. Definitely. All right. Thank you so much for identifying these.
Thank you for your payment.
Yeah.
Yes.
And please excuse me. And she goes up the stairs to, or if Ryland has come down, she goes up the stairs to Ryland and holds out the ring, and then tells Ryland about what the ring does. You seem to enjoy plants very much. Would
I
it
do.
would you enjoy this? Would you like to have this ring?
Sure. He's trying to think of ways to use it other than trolling.
I now pronounce you.
It is a non-attunement item, so
Yeah.
you can just fucking make roses.
Yeah.
A single rose, but
Do me a favor. Don't tell Irene about this.
Oh dear God.
God. Heavy Kakarot.
I see. Although from time to time, I think every one of us would like to get a rose. If you understand my meaning.
He's gonna grab it and summon a rose to her.
Thank you. What color's the rose?
Bronze.
Racist.
And you see a very, very happy smile come from her, and she is looking on her armor, looking at her chest, and figuring out where she could put the rose, almost like she has seen others wear brooches on their chests and things like that. And then she just kind of shoves the rose, in between a couple of plates of her leather armor, like
Oh,
and
you
then
probably want to trim it. Hold on. He's gonna trim it down a
no,
little
it'll
bit to
stay.
help you get
That,
in there.
oh, okay, all right. Thank you. And she then proudly struts down the stairs with her new rose.
He's gonna look to Roosty and be like, "We did that. You want a rose?" Roosty's preoccupied.
Okay. That's all
Sorry.
that. Yeah, it's okay. That's all she's gonna do. She's just gonna, observe, patrol a little bit, wait for everybody to come downstairs, and just continue to keep vigil as she usually does.
If no one else wants anything here, you guys are welcome to venture out into the city and do whatever you might need.
I
Is there
think that was.
anything?
We had other items.
Yes.
We did. That people picked up. I think.
You could also spend like an hour doing it too.
Yeah.
No.
It'd be cheaper.
Huh.
Yeah, but we're rich right now. We're just
Well,
haven't
we are
gotten paid.
going to be rich. We still have to go to the bank, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Right.
I still don't know what money is, and he's gonna summon his piggy bank.
Yeah.
The pink pig just pops into place and happily oinks.
Hey, you found it. Because I named it Frankie, and then you said no.
I found it like the night of, and I almost deleted it, and I was like, that's just mean. I'm just gonna put no in the text.
I was expecting it to disappear at some point.
That just felt too dismissive, so I was like, I'm gonna just put no in all caps instead. There you go.
Hey, can we just bring all our items here and we can just have them identified?
Sure. I mean, yeah. All right. I could probably do another 5. I mean, you don't have to pay for all of them, of course, but after that, I would have no longer.
Oh, you're doing them from your own. Okay, yeah, no. Please, especially if you're going to be testing stuff out, can he do like a sneak arcana check to kind of see what he's working on?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Valen doing things on the snake.
He's going to try to.
A snack. A snack.
Oh my God.
Sneakity,
Snack.
sneakity, snake.
Oh my god.
Nice, man. Good roll.
All right.
Damn.
As you're looking over it, and also give me an investigation check on top of that. Just to
no.
what this might kind of spark the interest.
Investigation.
Wow. Nice, man.
Yeah, I believe a 28 and a 29 will do. But as you're looking over it, as I mentioned, you did see some sort of like gears or cogs in the tiny little spaces of that ring piece that he was trying to reconnect. And the more you're looking at the ring itself, you're starting to see other little kind of cogs that are just kind of part of the metal. It almost looks like it's a pattern, but they are individual pieces that he somehow made to like fit together. And there clearly seems to be some magic involved as well. From what you can guess, he's probably leaning more towards like the artificer end of the magic part of things. But you're also seeing that a very similar gold bracelet is on his right hand that also has those cogs on it. And then you look at his horns, and he seems to have 2 rings around each of his horns that also have those little cogs on it as well. You can't quite deduce what that means or what they do, but it might be a set, or maybe he's trying to perfect whatever unique ability he's trying to put into this ring.
Interesting. Okay, yeah, he'll just stash that for later. What else did we find? I thought, Ron, didn't you find something?
Nope.
Rylan wasn't looking at the bodies, I don't think. I
No,
think
at the
it
end,
was...
he pulled something
He
out.
found nothing.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
I have
true, you're
I have a pretty good idea of what you guys found, but I did tell you that if you found something to mark it down, and obviously I will pull up the correct item.
Rarely they find shit.
Nenners, you found at least one thing. I think you found 2.
I found the piggy bank and a weird orb, right? Like a eye
The
thing.
piggy bank was the orb.
The piggy bank was the orb. But
Oh.
you also found something that you couldn't put in your bag of holding.
Oh, the scarf.
Scarf.
Yeah.
Yes. There you go. Because you're like, what do we need to identify? It's just like a black scarf, just like moving around on your hip. Anything else, guys? Yeah. Yep, exactly.
No, really, guys, come on. Stop playing around.
For real.
Right.
We need
Who
to-
else was looking
I
at the
remember
bodies with
you
us?
pulling something out of a pile.
Pedrono, maybe?
Not Riley.
Well,
Valafar definitely pulled something out. Irene pulled out at least one thing. But
Yep.
you guys gotta write that stuff down.
nice.
So I will. What you call Valen? You have the scarf, so you're welcome to get that identified if you like.
Okay. I will hand him the 5 gold and thank him.
No problem. Okay. This is an Eldridge scarf. It's kind of like a little bag of holding in a way, kind of. It kind of like move around. You can like hide things in it and stuff. That's pretty cool. Where'd you find? Never mind. It's fine.
You don't want to know.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Yep, there you go.
When you say it like that, it makes it creepy.
It's a bag of holding?
That's kind of awesome. 60 pounds of material, not exceeding. That's awesome. Regardless of its contents. Oh my god, his hands can carry stuff too. This is awesome.
Wait, you can carry stuff in your hands?
In the hands of the scarf.
The scarf.
Yeah.
And when I found this, I was like, Valen's going to have a halo and a fucking creepy ass scarf just like it.
Hold on. Ironing or otherwise flattening the scarf causes items stored inside to be squeezed out. Could you imagine? Oh my god! Stopping at Ryland's village, mom's like, "Oh, your scarf! Let me clean that." Boosh! Ryland!
You hug Valen and then just components fly out.
Hey, Nenners.
Yes.
A living creature cannot be placed inside the scarf.
You can't put a piece in there.
That is somewhat disappointing.
There it is.
You're gonna shrink Valfar and shove him in the scarf, weren't you?
No.
Nobody knows I have a rogue in my scarf.
I mean, man, you just kind of nervously play with the scarf, and then bam, it's the rogue.
I
You
love how
have
it's
to
always
do
wrinkled.
Dracula Kate Sweet with your scarf.
This is incredible, but I honestly think this would be better for our light-handed friend. Valafar,
Yes.
would you be interested in a scarf that you could hide things in?
Yes.
That would be very helpful.
And maybe choke somebody. Can you choke somebody with this with the hands? Can they
Oh,
get,
my
like
God.
10 pounds of pressure on a neck? That could really...
Valen can go dark real fast. Can Valen
Frankie,
like just
bite
have a
him.
cup of tea? Please, can Valen have a cup of tea?
Seriously looking back and forth, and then you told me not to do that in public.
No, Frankie, not Rusi.
Oh, Frank, yeah, I said Lucy. Frankie.
He's telling the piglet to the purse thing.
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh yes.
And if that doesn't work, he's gonna ask him to go ask Uncle Valen for money.
Yes.
Persuasion.
That's a good persuasion check.
You go tell him to go bite Valen, and he kind of like looks at you, like hops out of your hand and like rail slides down the stairs, like down the banister, hops off, runs up to Valen's foot, and then Valen, you feel absolutely nothing, but you hear the little tink of porcelain against your boots. And then as soon as you look down, he looks up and shakes his empty belly.
I think he wants some of that. What did you call it? Money? I'm dumb.
Oh, hey, I can give you his share of the money that I've been holding.
Yes.
Just
Hold
shakes happily.
Oh no.
I put in all 80
Yeah.
golds
Yeah.
that I've been holding. That's his.
No.
Into the thing. So
I don't think he can hold that. Can he?
That's what you get.
Is it 100?
He can hold a shit ton.
yeah, you get a lot.
He can eat up to 1,000 coins every hour.
1,000. Oh shit.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. I missed the hour.
yeah. It's not like there's no limit. Like he can hold a shit ton.
So yeah, I'll open my hand and let him. I guess nimble the.
no, you hear soft oinks, and it's straight. You're hearing like metal clacking against the porcelain mouth, which has no teeth, by the way. So it's literally just like
Gumming the shit out of it.
they're just disappearing somehow. But you're hearing very happy oinks, and as you do that, you see the tiefling leaning over the corner, and it's just, you guys found some cool things, huh?
Yeah, we did.
His name is Frankie.
Oh, sweet
Oh,
Lord.
God. Not cool
okay.
anymore.
That's not his name, but
Did you ask him what his name was, or did you name him?
I haven't asked him. I don't think he can speak though. Hey, do you have a name?
You get a very happy oink in response.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Maybe. Oh wait, you have tongues. Never mind. Yeah, that would have worked if.
Valen, it would be worth considering in future maybe to use Frankie as a communal or the group bank, as it were. He may be safer than our purses, just speaking from experience. We can discuss further later. It was just an idea.
Kambish speaks up behind you.
Never put all your money in one place because I can take it in one shot.
Can you take
She
it from him?
smiles.
Can
Sorry.
you try and pickpocket him?
Pickpocket who?
The pig.
But he's nice. Balfour told me not to take from nice people.
Well, I'm curious to see how safe he is.
That's true.
It's really
we should
a
test.
test.
He's nice.
He is nice.
Does he get it?
Rylan, Kambish doesn't want to. It's
He
fine.
kind of I was gonna be like he doesn't want it. It's fine.
Yeah. That was very wise, Kambish. I really appreciate you.
He told me.
He points back at Balfour.
Well, no, your comment from your experience about
Oh no, that's because I
keeping
used to
money
steal
all
from
one way.
people. So if someone had put all their money in one bag, it would have made it much easier for me.
yes, and now you're putting that wisdom to very good use.
Yes, you are.
Yep.
Hey, I didn't catch your name, sir.
Oh, that's true, actually. My name is Iguru.
Guru.
I'm sorry.
Does Kimathe Kimane
No,
have?
I was.
Sorry.
That's
That's
what
as
I
far as
thought
I
it
got.
was. And then
That's as
Manor-
far as I got.
Yep.
Does the city here does it have like an underground like catacombs or sewage system or anything like that?
Interestingly enough, yeah, actually. Because we're in the sand desert, everyone expects everything to be above ground.
Right.
But most of the really, really old buildings, especially, they have they kind of the original history of this is it was a magocracy, and the magic users were the ones who kind of flattened out this space so that it could even be built upon. And in doing so, they also made it so that some of the area around was solidified into stone or sandstone as well, depending on what it was. Molded the earth and whatever spells that went into that. So they made it possible in some places. It's not in every single part of the city. Not every part is primed, especially the less fortunate areas. But main city and common places, there's a chance. Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you.
Do you happen to know? Like, I truly appreciate modern architecture and public works such as that. Do you know where I could get a map of this system?
No. Do you normally have maps of basements of cities?
No, but as part of some of my studies, I have seen quite a few aqueducts, and it fascinates me.
Okay,
Really,
we have
the
the
architecture.
infinite, so don't need that.
Right. Well, it just sounds, I mean, complex and an engineering marvel. So it's
That's
very
more
interesting.
an arcane marvel, I think.
Hmm.
But no, not that I know of.
Oh, okay. Fair. Thank you.
Was there anything else we needed to identify?
Any-
No, that's all. Thank you.
No, right? Can we?
Ah!
Yeah, you said Irene found some items, and obviously my PC isn't on, but she has items that can be identified. She'll leave them.
What items did you find?
I don't have my PC on. I know I took notes at my PC.
Okay.
So,
Is it on your character sheet?
Yeah. Well, maybe. Yeah, they are. They are. No, they are.
Show me
I
that
think I
character
put
sheet,
them-
Foos.
I have it's loading right now.
Okay.
They're in my notepad for sure.
Excuse me.
Last thing in your inventory is Downy Lavender.
Yeah, I think that was one of the things, right?
Nope.
No, that's
Definitely
from
not.
Flendiferous's peoples.
Hmm.
That was quite some time ago. I don't see anything on your sheet.
Okay. I'm gonna be logging in probably in a minute. So
Okay.
can I just take away 5 gold in reserve or something?
Well, I mean, if it's going to be a minute, we can wait the minute. If anyone else has any other questions or anything, we could fill the space with
Okay. Nice.
that.
Great.
Yeah, like Cadrona, did you find anything, or Valavar? Did you want to get anything?
Yeah, I think I found a ring if I remember correctly. I gotta look at my stuff.
Like that.
Yay, the printer's gonna fit. Yay.
Woo!
Yay! Did anyone else find anything? Sorry, I was talking to.
Big group very clearly identified that Ryland found shit.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, right? When I ask this question, just pretend that you're not here.
I'm
Laptop.
just gonna go fuck off for a little bit. Don't mind me.
Attaboy.
I'm tired of making you feel bad, so could you just not be here? Thanks.
No!
Oh my god.
Netters approves. Plenty. You fucking killed this poor boy.
Margly's reaction was the icing on the cake.
Glad to make you laugh, Lenny.
Oh my goodness. All right. I will give you a hand because you guys are awful at taking notes, apparently. You guys definitely found a mace, a little wrist
Oh, yeah, that was
crossbow.
Ryland
You
was excited
found
about it.
a ear cuff that had a siren on it. You also found.
Oh yeah, the siren, because yeah, we were all like Starbucks.
I'm a dum dum.
Yeah,
I put the
let me see.
God
There was
damn
at
it! I
least
put the
one.
mace in my notes and not on my thing, my character sheet.
This was
Oh
a quick
yeah,
test
the wrist
for
crossbow.
me, and I was like, oh no, this did not work out. You found some
tried.
ointment. And I think. Oh no! And then there was also a stuffed owl bear.
Yeah, the stuffed owl bear.
Oh,
I forgot about the stuffed owl bear
baby.
'cause it was cute.
You know?
Okay.
Wait, was it
Uh,
magical?
So
Um,
good.
and if it survived the stomach, it had to be magical. Like nothing of plain items could. So those are the 5 that I absolutely remember. If there's
Identify the
anything else.
magic bear. Owl bear, please. Do it now.
he
I need to
he
know what
has
it is.
he has 4 more identifies left.
Hey, let's start
so
humming.
I would very much like to identify the mace, if at all possible, but I already did 2, so if anybody wants to go first, please
I
go
feel
ahead.
like Ryland is gonna like shove the
I'll do
owlbear
my
in the
item.
front of the line. You're like this first.
I don't even know who has it, but he's just like, owl bear. Wait, was it wasn't him that found it, was it?
No, I don't know who
Yeah.
found it. I just remembered calling out some of these items.
Yeah.
Okay. Valen will ask, do you mind if I cast here? Identify. That is.
Yeah.
Okay.
No problem.
I'll take one of the items and identify it.
All right, sure. Okay.
You have a happy Ryland with the owl bear. Like, I don't know who I stole this from, but it's cute.
I'll let you do that one. I'll do the others because he's very tactful.
Also, do you need some of your power for later today? Because if you do, I can do another.
No. I'm gonna sleep like probably as soon as you guys leave. So
Sounds good.
I'll get it back. Don't worry.
All right.
Anyway,
Right.
I'll get started on this, and he grabs the ointment and starts that. I'm assuming you're ritual casting.
Of course.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you'll be fucking doing some shit.
The whole time, Ryland's is just playing with the wings and making advanced those highs.
Oh my goodness!
All
right,
Maybe a little karate in there.
Yeah.
Karate.
After a little while, Kodrono, he slides the ointment back to you. This is called restorative ointment. If you smear it on someone's skin, it heals some hit points, and it will cure you of any disease or poisons that you have.
That's useful.
Yeah, it only has a couple uses. It's not correct, but that's that one.
That looks pretty cool.
Let's see. I'll get to the ear cuff now, I guess. You see him looking over. He's like, "Oh, this is pretty." Here we go. Starts doing his cast. Soon after. Oh, okay. This is the Siren Song Silencer. Someone likes alliteration. You have advantage on being charmed. Makes it a little bit harder for that to happen. And you can deafen yourself. If you want to do that.
That would have been helpful.
Apparently not.
Well,
it still has sharp teeth. Or had.
yeah.
Okay. I will get started on the mace, I guess. Okay. Let's
Valafard, do you want to do your crossbow?
Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah,
It's
I wanted to do
it's
that.
one of the two. He has both in front of him, so he's just doing.
Oh, okay. Oh,
crossbows.
sorry. Okay, yes. Yes.
But he sets the mace down and does his cast afterwards. Okay. This is the Mace of Disruption, and you hit fiends and undead extra hard with it.
Oh.
I think. Don't check. You're rolling the thing. There's also a chance that they can be destroyed. And it can also shed light.
Shed light. Okay. Okay. Thank you. And she passes him the 5 gold.
Oh yeah. Don't have to just make sure. You don't have to pay all right now. Anyway, one more.
Mm-hmm.
He goes to the like hand crossbow, such a little like wrist crossbow. And starts casting that.
That's a nice mace.
That is a nice mace.
All right. This is called the Quick Draw. apparently, you can use it just on your wrist. You don't need your whole hand to use it. The ring is how you fire. I'm sure you guys were able to figure that out. You want to about 6 yourself. You can also fire it as a reaction too. So that's the thing. Yeah, if it's pretty neat. It's pretty quick. You can use this and anything else in your hand at the same time because it's just on your wrist. There you go. That's it. That's all that I have on my table right now, and I'm out of
Thank
identify spells. So for that. And close to by the time he's done with this, Valen, you're working on the owl bear, the stuffed owl bear, who obviously seems to be magical. And one of the reasons like that it is clearly magical, besides the fact that it survived, it is like impossibly soft. And because you guys have like hung out with Treebender long enough, you're kind of familiar with this softness. Like the softest part of Treebender seems to be kind of like right behind his neck, where like the fur and the feathers kind of dingle. And maybe that's because there's like baby feathers and baby fur at the same time. But that softness is this entire stuffed animal. So like there's no gruff exterior or any kind of, whatever, but it is impossibly soft. And the more you're looking at it, the more you're like, this probably also resists staining because it is beautiful condition. But it is incredible for all that reason. But on top of that, you find out that this is called a snuggle beast.
Oh my god, that
Wow.
is adorable.
And I will show you what it is.
Oh my god!
Oh my gosh! Wow.
That is
Nice.
a sign.
Very good.
And it gives you a little more hit points if you short rest while cuddling this.
Oh, that's awesome.
That is
I love
awesome.
that. Booze, yes. Okay. So, does either Ryland or Cadrono want the mace in their repertoire? By the way. Nope. Ryland.
Kind of.
Kind of.
Paladin cleric weapon. Absolutely, go for it.
Yeah. So if you, guys take a look at it and decide it's either that or you're just gonna find a seller or a buyer.
Especially as a paladin,
you
man.
can
That's
sell
actually
magic
radiant.
items here, right?
Huh?
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, this is the place to sell it.
Right. I mean, yeah. All right.
Gambish,
Yeah.
how you feel about maces?
It's kind of big for me, isn't it?
Well, you've been training with Cadrono, haven't you?
I can barely pick his up.
Can you pick this one up? He's gonna hand it to him.
He's gonna reach for it. It is smaller than a warhammer. A warhammer is much larger. But he's gonna give it a shot.
That's also why I'm hesitant to use it.
It's not as much damage as my warhammer, guys.
It is not. It is not. It is a much smaller die.
Yeah, but it's an extra 2d6 radiant.
If it's undead or fiend,
That's all we've been fighting.
and it requires attunement.
Yeah, the attunement part I understand.
Yeah,
I think-
yours is just a +1 right now, right? Like, I don't think you're
If it's one of those things where, like, we know we're going into like to fight a fiend, or like if we're going into Nersh's,
Yeah.
enemy place.
Enemy place.
Enemy place,
know-
not her
Nice
head,
way
but
of
an enemy
saying
place.
that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Battlegrounds.
He
Fight.
doesn't want to be like shedding her, literally darkest secrets in front of this guy. He's just gonna say,
Oh boy.
That's very
Yeah.
thoughtful.
Kambish just kind of carefully edges it off and is holding it and like in a very rigid stance that you can tell. He's like,
Yeah, I got it. It's no problem.
like maybe not for me though. But kind of slides it like kind of lazily back onto it.
You
And
will
it
grow
just kind
into
of
it.
reminds you like he can probably hold it, but wielding it is a different thing. Like he's a child, and that thing is mostly metallic. Like that's pretty heavy for him.
Rylan is also operating on the magical items generally sized to their user.
Yes, and you imagine that if he took time to attune to
Yeah.
it, it would probably be much better. But just from holding it from a physicality standpoint, he's like, this is great.
Yeah, he's gonna be like, how about you bug Balafar for that cool little bracelet thing you got?
It did look cool. Balthar, can I have it?
Oh, you mean the little wrist crossbow thing?
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. I was thinking this would be a good weapon for you.
Really?
Yeah, it's small. It's you were practicing with a crossbow, so you're kind of familiar with it, and he kind of conjures up like one of his little psychic blades. He's like, I have my own methods of range attacks, so I think it'd be fair if you had something yourself.
he claps in place for a second and then runs up and hugs your legs.
Yep.
Oh.
He embraces him. He gives him a nice
Balthar.
pat on the head.
Outside. Please do not give him to him in here. I do. I'm
Why?
sure because I'm sure our friend here, Iguru, would prefer to be unperforated.
I won't aim at him. I mean, I won't shoot.
Right.
Oh,
I
God.
think it would be a
Okay,
great self-defense weapon for you personally. in
I
case
was a
anything
kid
were to
once
happen.
too, but yeah, maybe we should take you to the range first.
Absolutely.
You see him getting like more excited.
But it's yours either way. So
Yeah.
Yay!
I think you'll use it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You deserve it. You've been in some pretty hairy fights with us, and you're getting older, so you need to defend yourself.
Yeah. This is
Oh
so-
shit! Speaking of, he's gonna call back the stick of returning because we left it.
Okay.
Just
Yeah.
fucking drags across the whole desert.
I just picture our ogre, our Cyclops friend, just like walking.
Oh, he's fine.
What is that?
Yeah.
What's
Oh
that?
my god. I would say that like Ryland, you probably do that before you left the cave.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
don't see that.
I couldn't give up the comedic gold right there.
Yeah, the opportunity. Just fucking return. Especially if you're indoors, because it's like, oh no. You just have to like sit there and wait as it's just like flying back.
I imagine he would have walked outside and be like, "It's gonna be from this direction," and it's the complete opposite direction that goes through the store, anyways.
It's just
Why-
like there's just a hole through the whole store. Like, I'm very sorry.
Because that's the other question: is it that strong, or is it just like
No.
tinking on
No,
the side of it? It's like
No,
tink,
it is not.
tink.
I mean,
Tink,
the other
let
thing
me
is
out.
the store is magical, so
Yeah.
like there's no way. But it's just a funny like, idea to think. like just boring a hole through half the city just to get to. Especially because like you're in a cave, so that's to like fucking get out of the cave and then fly through the desert into the city. Like, oh god, it is fucking silliness.
I love how Flandy dies at least once a session now. It's great.
Yep.
There's
Planning death is the
laughter.
best.
It's a combination of Mjolnir and the Iron Giant.
yeah, the yeah, I love it.
Oh, the Iron Giant.
What a wonderful, like, specific memory to recall. That was great. Thank you. All right. With that being said, he's very excited, but Igudu looks over the rest of you. I think that's it, right? What do you need while you're here?
Just to sell this mace to you, please, if possible.
Maybe. On appraisal.
Appraisal, sure. I mean, I identified it, so that would probably we would take that off your hands for about 900 gold.
I thought I needed
I'm
myself.
sorry, Cruz, I didn't hear you. What?
900 gold.
900.
Oh,
Okay.
900.
Guys, you should probably hold on to that considering the amount of undead and demons we fight.
Well, they already do undead and what is it?
Yes, but you could do
Fiend
it even better.
It would be a little bit of echo.
Oh yes, there is a little bit of echo, but that's why I asked Ryland and Cadrono because that's what they do on the regular. They're heavy plate users, and they're heavy weapon users. So if anything, they would use this weapon, and they already have weapons that are better than this
Well,
mace.
it's better when you're fighting those two specifically, and Valen does have a point. If we know we're going into a fight with it, it would be incredibly useful. It just the attunement's going to be the now kind of meta wise, like the attunement's going to be the issue.
Yeah, the attunement is going to be a problem because usually when we get into fights like that, we don't necessarily foresee it. Like this last battle was the best planned out of all of ours. So
That just means we're getting better.
well, we were expecting this for a while. That's one thing. So that would be my
We're expecting a
rationale.
lot of things. It's just we don't know when we're expecting it.
Well, yes, to expect the unexpected, but also not to be hoarding weapons that we have to attune to that take a minute or so.
What is?
If it's already not a better weapon, than what you guys are carrying, my instinct would be to sell it now and use the gold for something more important.
Shield. I'm trying to remember what all I am attuned to.
Mm-hmm.
We get 3 or 4.
3.
3.
3.
East Manny. Okay. Yeah. So it's his shield, the Malorite belt, and the armor that my leaky infused.
Right. So unless either you or Kadrona want to carry this with you, because Nirja already has, she's about to max on her attunement if she hasn't already done so, because she has Mithril Majesty, the giant ring, and then I think also a ring of fire, or nope,
Sleep
negative.
now in the fire.
Not that. So,
Let's sit on it. Let's sit on it.
all right. She's gonna put that. She's just gonna hold on to it because she knows that if she puts it into the bag of holding she has, it may crush the skulls. All right.
You're muted
thank you.
still, Fooz. But it won't crush the
Thank you.
skulls because it has specialized compartments because it's a bag of holding. You
Yeah,
tell it where you want it to go, and it's all like, I'll be over here, safe
I
over
see.
here.
Correct. The bag of holding, nothing in it is ever touched, harmed, or whatever. Like, it's a bag, but it's a magical, like, there's dimension in there. And when you put something away, it just kind of disappears into it. They're not, like,
Mary
shoved in
Poppins.
the same space together. So
Okay.
they never squish each other. Nothing is ever damaged when it comes out. It is, as you put it in, it comes out.
Okay then. She's going to assume Valfar told her that, and then she's going to put it in the
Yeah,
bag.
of course.
Or
naturally.
not. I'm sorry, not Valfar. Valen. God damn it. Sorry.
You're good.
It's
My
fine.
bad. The V Bros.
B-boys.
I was taking a note, and I forgot what the note was now.
We have mace.
Oh boy, I'm so sorry. All right. Is there anything else you guys need to do here, or would you like to head on in?
What time is it?
Just from your toiling here, it's probably like 6:15. The sun is definitely up at this point.
6:15 a.m.
We wanted to see the Kings first, or we want to rest first? What are we doing?
I think
Oh,
we're
no.
supposed to rest at some point, right? Because we're like all exhausted.
We
Yeah.
are
You're
exhausted,
tired,
but
yeah.
Technically, even though we did gain a level, we are like physically out of it.
Yeah.
we can go to the safe house to nap. But before we do that, we do have some things for Kurugu here.
Oh yes.
So, she wanted. What does she
She'll
want?
probably be up in like an hour or two if you want to swing back.
Yeah, let's go rest
Yeah.
a little bit.
Okay.
We'll come back. We'll let's make an appointment with the Kings real quick. Set that up for this afternoon probably. Then go rest. And then come back.
Makes sense.
That was they're expecting us.
Yes, and get some dinner.
Breakfast?
Well, we on a different schedule.
Yeah.
It's as you guys are kind of saying this that Valen, a very familiar voice, fills your head. Please see us immediately. Good news.
What?
You recognize it as Waimiti, the king.
Oh, sure.
It's
We will be
ascending, so
on.
you can respond.
Yeah. We just landed back in the city. We will be on our way. We are a little tired.
You have to talk out loud for message,
There's
right?
no response. Yeah.
Like,
The
I
kings
guess
would
we don't need to make an appointment.
no. We are to see them immediately. Although it is good news. So
Wonderful.
I'm gonna give Gurai the owlbear when we see him, just so he can
Oh.
snuggle it. Give him a hug. Maybe it'll make him feel better.
Maybe it
you're
will.
of course assuming he's there.
When I see
Well,
him,
they did want to protect him for a while. I doubt that he would leave.
Right, but if he's being protected, he might not be with them all the time.
Fair point.
To
Oh.
the palace.
Mr. Magic, sir,
Yes.
Yes.
question for you.
Hopefully answer.
Have you ever heard of seeing spells in the purple color variety during darkness?
What? See,
That
Can you give him more context, Ryland?
I mean, you might if you let him speak.
yeah. So my friend here, Kambish, saw a purpley spell go off in the middle of the night in the desert while it was dark, but he was able to distinctly identify it as a purple color. Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so it looks like Humvees. No. I mean, magic is magic, and of course, the magic itself might have a color that you can identify, but if the magic was glowing, there's a chance that's not that weird. But if it wasn't glowing and he saw purple in the darkness, that's strange, and I don't know what that is.
Was it glowing?
Huh?
Was it glowing?
What is glowing?
What he said, was it glowing? Was it magic glowing, or was it just in the darkness?
No?
Can you describe the spell you saw again, like what it did? And you said it was purple, but what else can you remember about it?
It was swooshy.
Valen's gonna try to mirror our minor image, some purple swooshes, and see if he can get like yes or no's, and like just try it every like few seconds, trying to. hopefully
Please sketch
attenuate-
artist.
Yeah.
He's gonna he watches as you're doing it and is like,
Like less like clear.
Wait, don't you have the crown? Draw it. Draw it with the crayon.
The
Oh,
the
I thought you said crown. I was
The
like,
I
crayon.
thought you said
Balin
breast.
has the crown.
The crayon. The
The
crayon.
doodle
It's
ring.
it's the ring, yeah.
The ring
that
of
makes your
doodles.
finger.
Okay.
And he kind of like pulls out Valen's robes a little bit, so it's just kind of like doodling on it. And he watches like a little bit of like purple starts coming out and sort of like elegant shaped wisps of some kind, and sometimes they almost look like patterns, but not quite. They're pretty. It looks like it's decently drawn for what it is, especially. But I just kind of holds it out and just
Like this, I guess.
and from what you can see, it just looks like really neat and kind of like collected energy of some kind that was like traveling almost like it was on a designated path. And maybe that was just the projectile of the spell, like finding its way to whatever. But that's essentially what he draws.
But sometimes I wasn't looking at where it was happening, so I would see it like out of the corner of my eye or something. Also, this disappears, so it won't be here forever.
He just holds up your robe a little bit.
It's fine. I have to mend these. There's like just weird kind of gaping holes from the disintegrate ray he got hit by.
Yeah.
But no, thank you. I appreciate your resourcefulness. But he'll try to make that in the minor image to the best of his ability.
Yeah, and he does manage to kind of mimic it a little bit. Or you manage to mimic it a little bit just through his guidance from what he could remember. But there's a point where he's like, "Was it like that, or was it like I don't know? It was so quick, you know."
It's okay.
I think that's it.
We're just trying to help you. That's all.
Thanks.
You just got it out. You're good. All right. Well, does that ring any bells, Igudu? Because that didn't make any sense to me.
Certain spells have certain colors, yeah, but if he's seeing it in the dark and it's not producing its own light, then I am fresh out of ideas. Maybe something to ask Kabuki, though. Obviously, she has more knowledge than everything.
That was a good idea.
Why is this owlbear so cute?
Do you just like have that window up permanently?
Oh, oh,
Oh, Flynn.
I love it.
That's awesome.
All right. Well, I think we've bothered you enough. Don't forget yourself. Get yourself that coffee.
I absolutely will. Thank you.
And some rest.
Yeah.
We're off to see the Kings. Did you need to sit? Did you need to give the Kings a message or Kudugu?
Oh no. If Gugu has any messages, I'm sure she'll see.
She'll send it. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
We'll be back.
All
We
right.
will be back. That is true.
I will
Good luck with the thing.
Thank you. I will be unconscious when you return.
Sounds good.
Ah,
As you should be.
Rather's gonna kind of like hard to do like. Hopefully not because of your project. as he's leaving the door.
Like you say it, and because of his lack of sleep, like it takes longer than you're expecting for it to click. So he's like, "Oh no, it bye." So like at that point, you're already like past the threshold of the door, and he's like, "It's fine."
Finger guns on the way out. Dad jokes.
Oh my god, that is amazing. All right, so you guys are out, heading towards the palace. What happened down there? Is you okay?
I want to move. Like it's. I don't know what this is on the top, but I want to like use my nail to like push it off the top of this tin thing. It went right in between my nail and my, I don't know, the skin underneath it. It's just,
oh, the quick. Oh,
I
ow.
fucking hate that. So
I
anyway,
hear you. Oh
You
my
got
god.
that very familiar like steak face, where it's like, "Oh, I hate it."
yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Are you okay?
yeah.
Everything all right?" Okay.
Yeah, that is okay.
Anyway, I have to pee, so I figure we could take our 15-minute break here.
Okay.
All right,
So-
perfect.
It's just about, it's 9:45, so let's be back at like 10:01.
Okay.
Hey,
We'll take a
hey,
break.
10:01.
Bye.
dude, guys, by the time break's over, I'll be ready. I'll be here.
Okay,
Okay.
All right.
sounds good.
Bye.
We'll
I'll
see
be
you
all
soon.
right.
Bet.
We'll be right back.
See you soon.
Okay. Bye.
Down!
Put your hands
Everybody
down.
put your heads down!
I just like imagine it like you guys are in a classroom and every time you raise your hand, I just walk over and slap it back down. Get out of here! And it's like literally just utters and dubs. Just being little rebels back there. Anywho, finishing your stop to the magic shop. You guys. No, not that, please. You guys were called over to the Kings on good news, hopefully, or that's what was said to you at least. And you, I'm assuming, are on your way. As you guys step out into the city, it is now pretty active. When you first arrived, it was a little before even the early birds would be up. But at this point, hustle and bustle is starting. The bazaar is getting started, and people are walking around. But you make your way towards the palace. I'm not going to bother you guys about it because I'm going to assume that you guys know better. But anything that has charges obviously are taken off before you walk in.
Yep.
Yep.
So that it is
Everything goes
not,
in
any kind of kooky shit going on. But in stepping in, you see the red armored Kanja there to greet you. And she sort of nods and, that was faster than I thought. It's nice to see you. How are you?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good. How are you?
We're ready for a nap, but
We are
Yeah.
quite tired, but very happy to see you, Kanja. Are you well?
I'm fine. By the lack of words from some of you, I believe the needed rest. So, Waimiti wanted to see you immediately, so I'm here to escort you.
Thank you. You deduced correctly.
did you enjoy our time out of the city?
There's like just a pause, and then she turns and this way. That's why.
Rather just like, I take that as a yes. I was gonna like let out a light chuckle.
Oh my god. Yep, that is awesome. She leads you up the stairs.
It's hard up there for a preventer.
Oh, it's rough being your preventer. But you guys are led upstairs, and you pass where usually Gituku and Mugo would be, the man with the clipboard and the lion celestial. But Gituku isn't there at the moment, and Mugo seems to be resting in the back, but just kind of raises his large lion head to acknowledge you guys, and then rests it back on the ground as you guys are led up the stairs, up to the usual kind of conference room where you meet the kings. But you're used to them being at the other end of the table and kind of offering you a place to sit, and most of you guys walking or standing around the table, depending on how that works. But as soon as you guys walk in, the two of them are up and standing side by side. Waimiti seems to be smiling quite warmly already, and Mytho does not seem happy to be awake. Both of them look like they're dressed relatively casually, but the longer you look at them, the more you realize they probably didn't really get like dressed for the full day yet. It looks like they're kind of in maybe like really simple pants and like almost like a robe top that just kind of fastened shut. It's still very nice as they are both kings, and it is very expensive looking with very beautifully decorated silks. But they are not in their usual sort of stately attire.
It's the jammies.
As you guys, it's not pajamas.
It's not pajamas.
No, they're not
the
wearing
jammies.
pajamas right now.
Oh.
But as you guys head up, Waimiti just kind of smiles as you guys crest the top of the stairs. Just to but as you guys come in, just I was granted a vision last night, and I believe you have been successful. It also looks like it was quite a fight. we are happy to reward you, and we are, well, I am insistent that we do it before the day starts, as I'm not entirely sure when we would have time to do so otherwise. So, without further ado, thank you very much. And as he's saying this, you watch as Jabali behind him starts untying a sack that's on her hip. That doesn't look very large because she's enormous, but as she sets it down on the table in front of her, it is quite large. And you guys hear the familiar rattle of coin inside. But as she sets it down, you see my is just on the side of him. Kind of like the posture is there of a king, but the face and body language otherwise is not. His eyes are kind of like closing for more than 4 seconds every now and then, and just kind of rubbing at his face and trying to like fix his hair a little bit, but kind of sobers up a little for a moment. And yes, he had a vision from his Oya and confirmed that his friends are have been released. So, along with them, I'm sure you have saved many other souls, and we very much appreciate it. So, judging by your appearance, it didn't go too terribly, right?
Thank you.
Seems-
I've had better experiences, but
We did add another group of devourings to the list.
Yeah.
oh, do you still have the bounty on the short violent folk? We took out quite a few of them.
Oh, the spree. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have hands.
We've been
We have
calling
some
them
bones.
drones.
Yeah.
You were calling them. Oh, okay. I won't ask, and that's all right. I'm just happy to. Sure, if you have proof of any kind, we can pay you in. Oh, actually,
You
my
probably
daughter
know.
would not shut up about getting you guys something that she saw you liked. So on top of this, I have something else that you might like. And one of you will have to wear it at a time, but it might give you an easier solution to your transportation problems. And he kind of leans over to look at Treebender, who at this point is just like kind of used to the palace and all the other rooms, but at this point is just like looking at the leaves and the water. Like, is not paying attention to what the king is saying at all. But he extends a silver chained necklace with a pale-looking pendant in the center. This will give you an opportunity to keep him in a safe place if necessary. Or
Does it work like hers?
it's a little different. Hers is bound only to Ayubu, so she can't use it on anyone else. But this, it can work on whoever you might want to stash away, I guess, if you'd like.
Is there a playground inside?
There is not. I mean,
Can we put a playground inside?
whoever holds and is attuned to this necklace can make the inside look however they please. But no matter what, there is always a window in that room, and that window is how whoever is inside can view and see the outside world. So whoever you put in here is very much aware of what is happening outside.
Is there a limit as to how many people we can put in there?
Just one creature, yes. Do you? I'll just put this down. It's on the table.
Excuse us if we've been quite
No. It's fine.
drained.
The single-digit brain cells I have working at this hour are not doing me any good. So
Thank you.
Yes, I
And
sympathize.
thank your daughter as well. That was very generous.
Yeah, she told me you were interested and seems to have taken a liking to it. So.
Indeed.
You seem kind of perk up because Waimidi's elbow gets kind of like jabbed into his side and he straightens up again. Oh, the other thing, it's humble, but we do have a location that can now be the Preventors. It has been empty for many a time, but it was originally one of my escapes. It should have enough rooms for you, I believe, and one of my very old libraries is there. You're welcome to all the books there, and of course, if you want to add any of your own.
Beautiful.
But that is yours now. As well.
Thank you.
Thank you
Too
very
kind.
much.
You've been doing good work here. So that's good too. And you see you put down a set of about 4 keys on the table as well.
You are most generous.
Hmm.
No, you've been most helpful. It's been a while since we've had help. Strange as that sounds, it seems like every disaster was usually having to be taken care of by us or the guard. So appreciate it.
We're
Oh,
happy to do our part.
we heard news that the demons are infesting the Fae. Do you
Very
know
wild.
anything of this?
You see the two of them kind of exchange glances. Midi speaks up. They have been infecting both the Fae and the Shadowfell as of late. It seems their usual binding to their home plane is less of an issue for them as of late. However, what they have planned for both locations, I am unsure.
Fuzzy.
Yes,
Your mic is fuzzy.
it's fuzzy.
Yeah, it is very hard to hear you.
Oh, maybe it's using the wrong mic. Hold on. I'll double check.
I
It
thought I was
sure
just being a
is.
bit.
That's the wrong mic.
What the fuck?
Thank you, Dubs.
Give me a sentence.
Hello, my name is Foos, and I'm trying
Ah,
to.
that's so much
mic
better.
Oh,
is this.
yes, yes.
Okay.
Ah.
Thank you.
It's back. It's back with his zags.
Sorry about that. Yeah. Let me know anytime that happens. I apologize.
Okay.
I
Apparently,
just
when
thought I
I'm
was.
muted.
Yeah, I thought I was sleepy or something because I'm like, it's so hard to hear. Like the
For a
volume wasn't
fan.
the issue; it was the like understanding.
Yeah.
Okay, no, that's perfect.
Okay, great.
Can we?
Also, I don't mean to rush you, but we do have to finish getting ready and stuff. But we do have a little bit of time, of course. So, if
Not that
anything you need.
you guys would know. Is there anyone that we could talk to regarding real estate and basements in the city? I believe we have a friend who is currently being held hostage in one, and
Oh,
I would like to narrow the search if possible.
yes. Our engineer, though, however, is not around at the moment. If you return in the afternoon, he would likely be free. If you return later, you can ask for Muite. You can ask for him with Kituku in the front. He would. I'm gonna let you spell first.
Muay Thai.
I know.
Oh, damn it.
Oh my god, I love you, Flynn.
Not what I heard.
It's so good. Oh my god, that's amazing.
And
yeah,
one more time, Foos. What is his title?
He's an
He's
engineer.
the engineer.
Engineer. Thank you.
There's that, and then you had something else.
Do you want us to give you the Jacqueline proof? What do you call them again?
They're spree. SPREE.
Spree.
Going on a spree. Killing spree.
You guys went on a killing spree on the spree.
Yes, we did.
Do you want their
Remaining.
POD on here? Do you want us to arrange to give it
You
to someone
can you can speak with Gituku about that.
else? Okay, we'll do that.
When he is up, you'll have to return later. Sorry.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
One last thing.
No, not 2 last things.
Okay, one more. 3. All right. So,
You see, Tuku, I just said his name, but you see Mytho just, no, I'm here. Go for it.
yeah. Regarding the are your celestial allies having any difficulties reaching their plane or seeing anything from there? News?
Some are having trouble returning. Yes.
Okay. Valen just starts writing stuff down. He's got some theorizing to do. Thank you. That's all I had.
Drastic change in topics.
Right.
This the collection of souls, I guess, intertwining and residing in the same person and becoming that new that is there. What do we call that? Do we have a single word name for that yet?
Considering this is entirely new, and he looks back to Amidi, who is clearly the more spiritual of the two. I haven't coined a term for it, if that's what you're referring to, but
We should probably do that. Then it probably shouldn't be me because it'll be very generic and you'll hate it.
well, we are welcome to hear any suggestions from the Preventors, but I will, and I promise you it will be one of my things to do.
Oh, no rush. Any hoots. Do those, and he's pointing to the crystals on the other end of the room from the first encounter here, do those have a way to infer that? Or I remember you didn't want to tell us the full capabilities of them initially, and I understand that, but Kambish had a very, very good feeling with them, and he is promised. Or was. Is.
He's like soul twined.
Yeah.
From what I've been aware of, they often denote a strong connection to something otherworldly or perhaps unusual, I guess. We're not entirely sure. These have actually been a part of some of our geography centuries ago. And when they were collected, they were studied for many years. And we have been studying them as well, but we don't have all the answers. But they do seem to denote some kind of strange connection.
Well, that confirmed, I guess. Kambish, would you like to explain what you saw? If you're comfortable.
Can you tell him?
Okay. Our young Kambish here, while we were taking care of the gibbering whore and gibbering ball, which very disgusting, by the way.
Two.
Yeah, one was a whore, one was a
Beholder.
Valen, what are those called again? Normally?
Beholders. Yes,
Beholder.
normally beholders, but it was.
But it had teeth instead of eyes. And it devoured us.
It did have eyes. It just, yeah.
Any hoots. While we were taking care of that,
it was rude.
Sarusi and Kambish and Oryx remained outside the cave in relative safety. And this young man dispatched 4 sprees. And upon this dispatchment, he had assistance. We're not sure what from just yet, but he mentioned she had a very pretty sounding voice, spoke Elvish, and he's kind of looking at, is it Waimiti? That's the elf boy?
Nailed it.
There you go.
Yeah. He's kind of like catching Waimiti at the corner of his eyes while he's recalling. Spoke Elvish and appeared to have a purple energy. Valen, if you would.
Oh,
Something like this based off of our recollections.
my friend here doesn't quite understand how magic's blocked here. Do you mind if I do a minor illusion to illustrate?
Yeah, you see Michael kind of wave his fingers and a soft twinkle happens, but you don't feel as magically dampened as you were before.
Okay. Oh, that's nice. Okay. And then he does his minor illusion.
The two of them study it. Mytho looks almost annoyed that he doesn't quite understand it, but that might also just be the frustration of like, I'm not awake yet and I'm trying to register what's happening in front of me. But Waimiti just slowly stares at it and almost as if he's taking mental notes, but that is unfamiliar to me. But elven societies are notorious for keeping secrets and developing their own methods. So this is unfamiliar to me, but I'll perhaps look into it.
Has anybody had a secondary different reaction with those crystals after a time?
It seems to either react warmly or not at all.
That sounds familiar.
And then, like, so, like, if let's say someone comes back in 5 years, that this is always the same, or has it ever changed for someone before?
Oh, I see. But we haven't found a case in which it changed.
I'm curious if Kambish's connection is stronger now.
Would you like to give it a try?
He looks to Kambish.
Kambish looks up.
Okay.
You don't have to.
It's okay. Do you want me to?
It was a nice feeling, right?
Yeah, it was okay.
Come on, let's go. And he's gonna walk him over there.
Okay.
He takes a few steps, kind of sheepishly, but then Ryland, on your hand closest to him, you feel his hand just kind of reach for yours. Just like walking over, and the height difference is hilarious, but your hand walking over. But as you approach, you immediately start to see some of that purple start to flare a little bit in the gems that are there. And the kings kind of follow up behind you a little bit, with Jabali not too far off. And as you get closer and Kambish stands just in front of them, they glow so brightly that just for a moment you see only Kambish's silhouette. And it's almost like a flash, like a pulse, that it goes off like that. And then afterwards it dims down to a softer purple glow. And as that happens, Kambish turns around.
That was weird. I mean, that was bright, but it
just kind of like turns off and looks at something that doesn't seem to be there.
She's here. Do you see her?
And you guys see absolutely nothing beside him.
That's her. That's her. That's her.
Describe her, please. We don't see her.
He's gonna kind of push her forward, like, introduce yourself.
Me?
Yeah. This is for you, buddy. This is your time.
Valen stumbling, trying to find his glasses. Like, oh, I could just put them on quick enough. But if he finds them, the first thing he's doing is seeing Viz.
Okay. And as you do so, you see the very silvery visage of an elven female, adorned with just all kinds of silver and amethyst jewelry. And like, it almost just looks like she's covered in jewels. Like, she seems to be wearing some kind of armor, but it's almost all like silvery and amethyst, to the point where it almost looks more like a dress, like a ball gown kind of beauty to it, but it's armor of some kind. And her headdress also retains some of that silvery vine decorations that are very often common in elven attire, that just kind of pulls away from her face, almost like antlers. But they are clearly made of a silver metallic. But she seems to be smiling down at Kambish, and you see her mouth moving, but you don't hear anything. And you see Kambish just kind of waiting, and then,
My name is Kambish. These are my friends. Those are the kings. That's Jabali. Hi.
you see her just smiling and like listening to everything, and her body language is almost like matronly. She's just kind of listening and like very fascinated to take in all of his words. And you see her mouth move again, and then he's just smiling. And
I don't know what she's saying.
Can you? Shit.
Can you try and
repeat
And
what she's
copy
saying.
what she's saying.
Yeah, try to mimic what she's saying.
Just
It's
let her
okay
know
if it's
that.
broken.
Let her know that. Or actually, just ask. Tell her she can't understand her.
Valen speaks Elvish. Can he try to read her lips?
Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
What kind of check would that be? Let's go insight for that.
Oh.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I was happy for like 2 seconds.
Oh, no.
It's all good. Hold on.
Oh my God.
Insight.
Oh man, only if you had that observant feat.
Yeah, well, I have a whole bunch of others, Puba.
No, I know. I'm just messing with you.
Oh, I'm
Come
taking it.
on.
I'm running. We're running at this beast.
Oh shit!
Oh wow, nice roll.
Holy shit!
Damn.
You're studying her as much as you can, and for the rest of you, you do notice that both Mytho and Mymedes' eyes seem to be in the same direction as Valen's, but Valen is just trying to catch what you can. There are words there that seem familiar, but there are others that make you feel like this is some like ye old
Elvish.
you're pretty sure you heard like a "I" and a "thee" or something, or like you can't quite make it out. You're like, did she really just say that kind of thing? But from the words that you make out, you understand some kind of like, it almost sounds like she's kind of cooing or trying to comfort him a little bit. Like, it's okay, everything's fine, you're safe, and just it doesn't really seem like a direct response to what he's saying. just more like trying to placate him a little bit.
I wonder if she can understand him.
Does Irene have tongues? Like the spell to cast? Shit.
That's a solid question. I'm actually setting up the camera right now, but tongues. I look for tongues.
While she's doing that, Ryland's just gonna let her know that you can't understand her. She might not realize.
I don't understand you.
And he's gonna kind of coax him how to say "I don't understand" in Elvish.
Oh, okay. Give me your int check for your teaching, and I'll give you his performance check based off of that. Oh,
So rude.
Can I help him because I can natively speak Elvish too?
So rude.
Oh
but
man, that's
you're
funny.
currently lip reading, I imagine. So
Okay.
you can.
So
But I'll say
rude.
that you'll miss anything that she responds with after that if you're like trying to focus on two things at the same time. I'll let you decide. Obviously, like you
No
know.
hablo Elfish.
No hablo the fish.
Hearing that,
Close
Valen will help. And be
Close
like,
enough.
Hell yeah.
Hey,
Oh geez, I didn't see it. God dang, there it is. And as you're saying it, you hear kind of Tomna speak up. I want to let you know that both of your pronunciations are not very good, but I will just let it happen at the moment because I'm fairly certain nobody can hear me but you, because this is how this works, right? Like I stay attached to you, but
yep.
you're hanging on those T's a little too long. That's it. It's a smooth language. Just don't hit those consonants too hard, please. You help him with that, but your combined effort certainly helps. Hold on a second.
That's exactly what Valen needed. Another critic in his head.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He does not have performance, so we're going to go with charisma. Okay, so he attempts to repeat it, and considering that you guys, took a few seconds to teach him, it's not terrible. It's certainly passable. But Valen, you kind of see her expression just like nod and smile. Like she seems to understand. Like she got that message already. But Kambish looks over at her and then
she knows?
Okay.
She's so pretty. Do you see her?
I do. Yes, she has very nice clothes.
Wow.
What's her name?
Valen's gonna try to write out like phonetically, like trying to a message and like how to explain their bond, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So,
Sorry.
and to hopefully help him pronounce it. So he's going to be writing that in the moment.
Uh,
And I'm open to interpretation, Tomna, in terms of how I could help a common speaker speak your tongue natively.
Oh, fantastic. Don't worry, I'm here to help.
Sometimes I doubt that.
I mean, I give helpful insight, do I not? Listen, let's just agree that I'm helping you, and I will help you right now.
Sounds good.
Great. All right, so go ahead and roll another. I assume it would be another like intelligence check with advantage, but Flandy, I saw you wanted to say something. In the meantime.
Yeah, he's just he's prepping for that like fuck nice. Well, while he's prepping for that, he's gonna be like, ask her name. And name in Elvish is Nomen, and you can do Cambish.
Oh my god.
Nomen.
In my head, you now speak Elvish like Flandy speaks Spanish.
It's like he's bilingual, but he's not really bilingual.
He's like 1/4 lingual.
Oh my god.
1/4.
Oh my goodness. That is amazing. You're just trying to look, and I got so distracted by the like way to be able to say it like that. But with that, he turns and is like,
Nomin Kambish. Nomin.
just like waits, and Valen, you hear her mouth, or you see her mouth move. You don't get to hear it originally.
You just hear the mouth movements. You don't hear the voice.
You hear the mouth, no move. You know, like,
that
no,
reminds me
no.
of the gibbery call.
That's why I said it.
But he turns around and
you.
Ilahana?
Ilahana.
Oh, I can't wait to see this spelling.
Yeah, I know it's Elvish, so it's like ooh.
Yeah, Hannah.
Nope. That is a cool take on it, though. You guys are both very, very close. Oh my
I wasn't sure if like
You
they
think
had
it's gonna be
weird
an apostrophe?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Oh my god.
Oh gosh.
Oh god.
I saw Foo's DM face or whatever typing that, and I was like, "What? No way!"
Yeah.
You don't know.
I saw all the letters, like, "What?"
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, hold on. Oh no, yeah. Yours was close as well. It's this type does not help because it's like the capital I's and the
Yeah, it's
capital
like
and the
three
lowercase L's look
things.
bananas.
Yeah.
Lines.
But if I write it lowercase, it might be a little simpler. But
Oh, I missed it.
Ilhana. And is ill with the rhymes.
Oh, that's
You know
how
what
I
the
wrote
next
it.
question
Oh,
is,
with
Fooz?
with the one N missing.
good job, you did it.
You got it. You got it.
Yeah, but he turns to you and
I think that's her name.
Does that ring any bells?
no, that is an unheard of name for you. Yeah.
Valen looks to the kings. Does it Ilhana mean anything to you?
Can't say it does. Looks off to Wymedi. No. It sounds like an older, perhaps Eladrin name. Not a modern name for an elf.
Eladrin?
Yes.
Hey, Nerja.
Hmm?
Can you talk to your warrior friend?
I was thinking the same thing.
Actually, can you present your glaive to Ilhana? I keep wanting to say Lil Hana like she's a rapper.
Yo, we got a little one on the mic.
Everybody make some noise.
Let me see what I can do. He's been
Was
busy.
everybody makes some noise to go? Oh, sorry. What are you
okay.
doing?
Sorry.
She's
Near just says, I'll see what I can do. He's been a bit busy, which was my upcoming question for our kings.
Damn it, Boost, what you know
So
for me?
she's going to take a minute to do a little bit of the meditation breathing exercises and sit on her shins on the floor and rest Mithro Majesty against her forehead and try to speak with his name is escaping me. I'm
Calrin?
sorry. Kelren.
Calrin.
Nice job.
Thank
As
you,
you
Fundy.
start to settle down, you see like slight panic in Myso's body language. Is like you start kneeling and you see him like, is she right now? And then Waimedes, I'm not to rush you, but we do have to leave very soon. This has taken a bit more time than expected.
I mean, you could just leave us here.
I don't think they could just leave us here.
Then
the business we have to attend to takes place in this room.
That's a fair
okay.
point.
Then may I please ask you 2 questions, if no one else has anything for the moment.
4 questions turned into 12 minutes? Yes, go for it.
First question is,
Unfazed. That girl.
may I please have a recommendation for a soul healer here in Kimathe, Kimane?
We do have some on the premises. Some train our daughter. We can set up an appointment with you if you'd prefer.
That would be fantastic. And the second question, I fucking forgotten. I didn't fucking write it down.
No.
Well, let me just tell you, the soul healer here, his name, excuse me, is Sevier. He's our resident soul healer, Asimar.
Oh. Thank you.
Talking like
and-
spelling games.
I remember my next question.
Master
and
recovery.
I found.
Oh, good God.
I found.
Lindy's swinging for the fences.
Wow. Okay.
Your question, go before you lose it.
Where may I bury the skulls of my dead kin? I found some in the gibbering ball.
We don't normally have graveyards, but we do have one for foreigners. It's not used by most of the locals. You're welcome to that. It is public space.
Yes, if just please let me know where it is, and I will take them there after this. Thank you.
Of course.
Hey, and this is off top. I know a good graveyard if you need one.
So yes, I will. Yes, let me just check that. Thank you, Phelan. I
So-
appreciate that.
Kambish,
Of course.
ask her if she can
I
like.
do not have time.
Let's go.
This is going on while y'all are doing your
Okay.
fucking graveyard shenanigans.
Thank
ask her if she can see you. Actually, can she hear me?
Can you hear him?
And you see her, actually, Valen's the only one who sees, but she looks in the general direction of you guys, but doesn't seem to lock eyes with anybody. But then looks back at him and shakes her head.
Interesting.
No, I guess.
Can she see you better because of the crystals?
Um,
I don't know.
They're trying to think of how to say that, but it's
Yeah, so was I. I can teach you, but we're on a time crunch.
One more thing, please, and then we do have to go. Please do not take this as a slight against you. You are very appreciated. We simply have business.
Ask her for her number.
Anchor, what's your number?
I won't ask you about the goddess Ayala, but I will ask you you can direct me to somebody who can tell me about her.
Were you asking about that? I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I mean,
Waimini kind of speaks up. Yes, goddess of light and phoenixes took a shining to her, and she's been quiet for a while, I think, and doesn't tend to have followers normally.
Just burnt out victims, most likely.
can you direct
You're
me to
Valen at
somebody
this point.
who can teach me about her faith, her stories? I would just like to know about her in general.
I imagine you'd be able to find things in the Royal Library if you would like to take a look sometime. We offered to Valen in the future if he ever needed it, so you are all welcome to take a look at some time.
Please. Yes.
The future is now.
Unfortunately, our next meeting is now, so we must ask that you take your belongings and
Thank
Daddy.
you.
have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you. This is amazing.
Yes, you too.
Yes. And
Come be. Let her know
yes.
we have to go now, but we'll let her know. We'll try praying tonight and see if you can maybe see her somewhere else. And he's gonna tell him the word for pray in Elvish.
Okay. He does. You find him more like pantomiming because, like, in the panic, he doesn't remember some of your teachings. But it's like,
We gotta go. But tonight we pray, not sleep. Pray, pray.
I'm attempting to kind of pantomime this, but and Valen, the more you're looking at her, especially as you understand Elvish and you have seen elves before, clearly, she's very tall. Like, he's a child and obviously has to look up anyway. But typical elves are a little bit shorter than humans for the most part. She's a good 6'1", probably.
She's a big girl. All right.
But she just smiles again and nods softly towards him. And he kind of hesitantly starts walking away from the purple crystals behind him. And they just dim with each step that he takes away from them until they resume their inert status. But
Okay. She seems nice.
Riley's gonna kind of pick him up and give him like special attention. Be like, "You did really good. I'm proud of you," and just kind of bring him back. And
yeah,
we'll try praying to her tonight, and maybe you can have a better connection. And we, young men, are learning Elvish.
Okay.
So while I'm learning Celestial, I'm gonna have to dual hat now and teach you Elvish, and we're gonna have to get you a book. And he's just like, now he's rambling as he.
Is that going to be hard if you're learning a language and trying to teach one at the same time?
It is gonna be hard, but I believe in us, and we need to teach you Elvish, and we'll get there.
Okay.
Oh no, we lost Fugly.
Oh no!
No.
I thought she was frozen for a
Hey, she's
Oh,
back.
She's
That
back,
was
no
quick.
problem.
Hey,
Hi.
yeah, internet died and then I came back. So, cool.
Welcome back, girl.
Welcome
love.
back.
Hey, love y'all.
Aw.
Hello. Yeah.
Okay, so unless there's anything else, you guys are kind of politely.
Well, we gotta go rushed it out, so there's nothing else we can do.
Yeah.
Not even give us the option if you're not gonna give it to us.
That was part of the reason they called you in, because they're like, we don't have time, but you need to come here and get your shit. And then,
Yeah.
we gotta get back to our stuff. But assuming you guys take the 4 keys, the necklace, as well as the bag of money, you're obviously welcome to count that whenever you'd like. But
Yeah.
as you start heading out, Kanja catches up with you again, and I was told to lead you to your new abode. Are you ready?
Wonderful.
We-
Yes.
Is it on the way to the bookstore?
The bookstore? Which bookstore?
Who do we normally go to, Valen?
The big one. Oh no, with what's her name?
The lady.
Tamu.
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 Page
Tamu.
Sage.
Yeah,
Page
that's
Sage.
it.
Yeah.
With our powers combined?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Is it?
Not on the way, but the location they chose for you is relatively close to the palace. The Page Sage is off towards the eastern side.
Okay, well, we'll get out of here. So let's go to
Yeah.
the but
We need to
we're making a
rest.
run to the store. I need to get him a book on Elvish.
And you need to
He's
teach
looking
both
at
of us.
Valen. He's like, we need to get him a book on Elvish. I'm gonna have to learn
Sure.
Elvish, or I'm gonna have to teach Elvish and learn Celestial at the same time.
I,
Oh, this is gonna be great. I'm gonna mix these up.
I can speak Elvish too. I can teach you.
We can both teach him.
Okay.
Also, Nenners, I love how you're just a head floating in blackness.
Blackness.
In the darkness. This was your intent, I'm assuming, by the grin on your face.
Of course.
That's true, Dennis. We didn't get the Valen backdrop. You're still in
Yeah, you're not in character.
dark DM mode.
Hold on.
No, dude.
It was a big
fine.
night
My
for him last
camera
night.
worked.
It was a very big night for him.
I really do.
It was great. It was wonderful.
Yeah.
Um,
Also, I just want to
Why
say
does it
it was everything that I had
feel
that I could do to keep the piggy from eating the coins on the table while we did everything.
if he was activated, you might have had to like hold him still, and his little legs would have been like.
I've thought about it, but Rylan wouldn't do that. Like,
Yeah.
if it was Roll'em, 1,000.
Yeah, go for it, buddy.
Live
Yeah, I
your
can imagine.
dreams.
Don't let your dreams be dreams.
What?
Don't worry. But she leads you out and heads towards the location. And you guys are walking for a good like 20-ish or so minutes. Again, it is a very kind of quiet morning, but a nice morning nonetheless. And the further she leads you, next to the palace itself, there does seem to, the Pyramid Palace, there seems to be sort of the more well-off families, very, very close in proximity. And the further out you get, the more common folk it might entail. But the length that you're going, it's not too far. You're in the nice like middle class section. But one of the houses that she stops in front of is one of the smallest on the block. But you're looking up at it from the outside. It's just the top of Bogley's head, and then it froze.
You can actually see me? All I see is black.
But it's like
Yeah, we have one image, and I think it updates every like 45
Yeah.
seconds.
All right.
Yeah, it seems like
Well,
your camera's
I don't know
working.
what the reason.
no,
Well, it's
don't worry about
not.
it. It's just killing me because it's so funny. Like just the top of your head and like the ceiling. Anyway, but she leads you to one of the smallest on the block. And just looking from the outside, there's two little, quaint little windows right on either side of the door. And from what you can see, there is a second floor and what looks to be like a roof or so. But just from being outside, you'd be surprised if there was more than like 4 or 5 rooms in this entire place. But she stops in front of it and smiles and he did mention humble, but this was actually one of Mytho's first places of residence when he arrived, quite some time ago. So, you may use your key and step in.
Thank you.
And obviously, you guys have 4 keys, so whoever would like to be the first.
Kabish, here you go. Go in the door.
Yeah.
Although you can probably do it without this.
No. I don't want to do it.
I'll go in. I'll do it.
Too much
There you
one day.
go.
All right.
Oh my god.
Are you using the key, or are you using something else?
Oh my god.
No, I'm
That's
using the
racist.
key.
Oh, okay.
That's classist.
We're gonna break into our own place.
Well, I assume that's the only way they gave us 4. I assume they knew that you didn't need a key. Company probably doesn't need a key.
Oh my gosh.
Like Katja just watches this conversation and is like, yes, no, congratulations on.
Hey, bad guys lock their doors too. We don't have the keys to those, so it's a very valuable skill.
It is, I'm sure.
Says the paladin.
This is
I love how this is coming from the paladin. Oh my gosh.
this is when I must remind you not to do anything illegal in front of me, please. I would not have to. I don't want to have to deal with it. But anyway, enjoy. But you guys, Valafar, you push the door open, just kind of getting ready for the nice environment that has been gifted to you, but immediately recognize that it is hilariously smaller on the outside than it is on the inside. taking a few steps in, you're greeted by a rug and 2 staircases that curl up into the center and lead to a second floor. To your right and to your left, you see a dining table and some chairs and couches off to the other side. But you open this to a very large, very accommodating welcome room lobby, which the doors easily fit Treebender.
Thank God.
Yeah, as he walks in, he looks around, gives a
Oh,
nod
look
of
at a
approval.
map.
He's like, "All right, this
Oh,
is
it's
nice."
You have to
Cool,
scroll
I
to the
can't
bottom.
It's a loading. Okay, it
To the
sounds
bottom?
like. Oh
Okay, thank
yeah,
you.
they're
Ooh, that's pretty
oh,
nice.
Nice. I was gonna say your initial description was suspiciously like the Resident Evil mansion. And I was
Oh my
like,
gosh, I was thinking of that.
did
I
you
tried to stick you
really?
with the Resident Evil mansion, guys. No. You're okay. You're okay.
30
Don't worry.
dogs around.
Itchy,
This is awesome.
scratchy.
Is there a
This
man
is-
named Barry here?
Oh,
Where's
yeah.
Barry?
Is there a courtyard by chance?
Where's the study? It's got to be a study.
Oh my god! But you guys all funnel in.
Oh, we lost
Come on,
Maya.
Maya.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Joining in.
It's the night of weirdness.
No, I think she might have just gotten her thing going, but
Yes,
Yeah.
There it
Yay!
is.
girl.
Except you shuffled all the windows around.
Welcome back, girl. Don't let my
Yeah.
sister's hate ever derail you from living your dreams.
Hey,
Oh, there you are. All right, there he is. Okay. Maya,
Just
you're
'cause she
muted, I
found-
think. Or are you just not saying anything?
not
Maya's
Google.
rocking right now.
Okay.
What up, Maya?
We can't hear
you,
you
though.
if you're saying anything.
Yeah.
You ain't got your headphones on.
Yeah.
Put that record back on.
We still can't hear you.
Yep.
The look of consternation.
The old lady using technology look.
Yes.
Did Maya freeze? I think Maya froze.
No, she's not frozen.
No, she's blinking.
moving.
Oh no, there's a blink. I saw it.
She's blinking.
She
I
blinking.
saw the blink. I didn't see the blink
Oh,
before. Okay.
God.
Jesus.
Let me just double check. Nope.
Twin
Okay.
turbos.
Technology
Oh.
is great, apparently.
Riley did ask if there was a courtyard though, or if there was a room.
Oh
that
no,
looked
no, it does,
naturally.
it does not look like there is a courtyard of any kind. But as you guys step in and are greeted to this view, Kanja just kind of smiles and watches as you guys step inside. And
Oh, we can hear it now.
well, this is yours now. So congratulations and enjoy, I suppose.
Thank you.
Hey, did you want to come in? We can make some food.
I unfortunately have business to attend to, but I have a few minutes. But I simply wanted to make sure you were comfortable, at least.
Thank you. Yes, we should
Thank
let you
you.
go.
Are you familiar with this premise? Would you give us a tour?
One of my first jobs was to guard this place. Yes, actually.
Hey, Fooz.
Yes. Oh, we can hear you.
Yay!
Yeah, how's my audio?
Echoey.
Great.
Yeah, it's echoey, but you're nice and clear-ish. Like you're loud.
Yeah.
I guess not clear, but loud. You're loud. I can
We
understand.
can actually hear you. It's fantastic.
Just
Mhm.
the microphone and the camera.
It's
I'll try my
fantastic.
headphones later. I can't actually see anything.
Uh,
Oh wait,
Yeah,
never
scroll down.
mind.
Yeah,
Gotta
cool.
scroll down because Food's being bougie again.
I was like, did you scroll down like I told everybody to? No, you're good.
Food's is too
Also, happy
bougie.
fucking birthday.
Oh,
Happy
happy
birthday.
Thank
Happy
you.
birthday!
Thank you guys so much. This is one of the best birthdays ever.
Aw.
You guys are
We love you.
fantastic.
Girl.
I'm very tired from moving everything in my apartment. But thank you.
No, you're welcome, girl. Happy
I'm
birthday.
glad that you cannot see the catastrophe behind me.
Aw.
I know, right?
I absolutely do not know where that window is. Anyway, as you guys step in, Kanja smiles for a moment. Is okay. A quick tour, just very quick. I have things to get back to as soon as possible.
We appreciate it.
Of course. We'll start with perhaps everyone's favorite place, the dining room and kitchen. So she leads you guys off to the side, and you don't have to move your tokens or anything. I'm just going to unveil stuff.
Okay.
As she moves
Perfect.
you about. I
Why is there a
accidentally
turn
turned
order?
order.
Oh no! Oh my god!
Don't worry,
Oh, it's a house of horrors!
Food said there was gonna be a fight. Now we got a fight, man. Zombies.
Oh, no.
But she leads you guys to the immediate left, in which you see an enormous dining room set. For more people than you guys probably know at the moment, with chandeliers and lighting that seems to come in from the outside on this beautiful morning that you guys are experiencing. And she shows you the table and where the head usually sits, and explains that no one usually sits with their back against the sun, because for cultural reasons, it's seen as kind of like rude, or where you would put the person you're upset with. So if anyone ever visits and you want to show them you're not happy with them, put the chair there and have them sit there. They'll understand what that means. But afterwards, she's motions towards the kind of ornate door on the other side with the glass paneling decorations on both ends. Kitchen is here. It is mostly made with the expectation that many cooks would be taking up residence. So it's a bit large, but I'm sure you'll make do with the space.
Mm.
And as you guys
Quick aside. Wait, can you hear me? You
yes,
can
we
hear
can
me.
hear you. It sounds good.
All right, headphones working. Good.
Yay!
All right. Check.
Oh my god! I
Whoa,
thought we turned into a
no.
remix. That was awesome.
Holy
I
shit.
turned it off.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Remix, hey, because we
Full
ride on
boggle.
things like every day.
Hey. Oh my god, that's amazing.
Fucking Android
Love
Boggle
you.
is the Boggle I need in my life.
Yep,
Is
absolutely.
It is.
But what were you gonna say, Maya? Before you?
I was just doing an audio test.
Oh, okay, that was it.
I
Okay,
apologize.
gotcha. No, that's fine. I was just making sure that I didn't miss anything. But she shows you the kitchen, which is, as she mentioned, like a bit larger than expected. And as she's kind of showing it off, is like, and it is fully stocked at the moment. But of course, if you need anything, the marketplace and the bazaar is not too far off. But this concludes the east wing. We'll head off to the west wing. She leads you back to the other side. The lounge, or perhaps entertainment area, if you have to have discussions that are a bit more friendly. There is a fireplace for the colder nights, if you would like to make use of that as well. And you guys see this nice little area that seems quite cozy. Off to the right side. And then she motions towards like a little bit higher, and the doorway that is just opened, it just seems kind of like an arch with a walkway. And beyond here, we have a back door that it leads to, as well as sort of a hallway where previously Mytho would hang any of his trophies, any weapons he was proud of, armor, things like that. But for now, the space is emptied, so you're welcome to do with it what you would like. But it is simply a walkway beneath the stairs here, and she just kind of shows off the rest of it. But it is very much as she's describing. There seems to just kind of be a hallway back here that looks like it was for displaying things, but at the moment is just kind of simple and clean, with just that runway rug along the way. And if you follow me up the stairs, mostly bedrooms, but I can run you through each of those as well. So as she leads you guys towards the stairs, you do indeed get deposited into a nice hallway with more lighting from the outside. But she one by one leads you through each of the bedrooms, which there seem to be two very lavish ones on the left and right of the stairs that seem to have their own bookcases and storage, of course, and each of them have wonderful lighting. And then there seems to be smaller rooms off to the left side as well, down the hall a bit in this direction.
Look at us.
Wow.
Moving on up.
Look at us moving on
This
up.
guy said
Oh.
humble. This is a freaking mansion.
That's what I was thinking, man. I was expecting like a shack or something.
Welcome to your home. It's real humble. we found this shack. We put it together using some
Yeah, I thought for sure people were sleeping on the floor. Like,
Yeah. Aluminum.
but it's ours.
Yeah.
But it's all.
Aluminum siding against a wall somewhere.
Oh man, yeah. And part of you is wondering if like Mytho really does believe that this is humble, or perhaps he was setting up the trap, so you guys were like keeping your expectations low, and you would be happily surprised. Or perhaps it was to keep with the humble exterior, as anyone from the outside would not expect what is on the inside at all. But as she leads you towards the right side again, she describes another lounge with more places to read and study and rest, as well as a nice hallway beside it. And sending.
Sorry,
Manny, would you like to use a sending spell
I would.
right now?
Right now.
Brother, we in there.
I keep hitting this button by accident.
It's okay. No, I figured. I just wanted to make sure you weren't like trying to like cue something.
No,
else.
no, no, no.
Couldn't contain your joy. Had to tell your brother immediately. Yo, bro,
I was
y'all
thinking
see
do
my
that.
house?
When
Yo, we got
say
the crib.
we got like a house.
It's a house, bro. Like a mansion, fam.
But as he continues, or she continues to lead you through, she stops at one door that's right across from the smaller bedrooms, and just smiles at Valen and is, I imagine this is one of the rooms you'll be spending most of your time in. This is the book storage, the library,
so cool.
with a study attached and many places to sit and read as well.
Yeah, it's like you guys can go the rest of the house. I'm good here.
See if you can find a book on Elvish.
Irene's kind of just looking around her in awe, just like, oh my god, this is amazing. When you said humble, you meant it was going to humble us, right?
Well, perhaps it was a little bit of both. For a king, this is likely a little bit humble, but for everyone else. But they were very happy with you and everything you've accomplished, so here we are. But I have two more rooms that I believe she motions towards Irene, and Valen will also appreciate still. So come along. She leads you back out of that room and off to the other side of the hallway. And this room also seems to be more of an office, and she does explain that. But there is also a nice bookshelf behind it. And as she steps up towards it, the desk, she just explains, this is obviously a room that if any paperwork needs to be done or any important meetings need to be perhaps one-on-one, you can have it here. Mytho ensured that all the walls here were soundproof. So if any secrets need to be shared, this room is an option. This room also comes with its share of secrets. And she walks over towards one of the bookshelves.
I was gonna say, rather with the like.
And your natural reaction is to pull all of those things, but instead she finds some of the paneling that's kind of between the bookshelves and pushes like a small, like 1 inch by maybe like 2 inch little square piece of that wood, just depresses it just a tiny bit, and it slides off to the side. And you're welcome to a small little arcane room, with a small little globe in the center of it. And as she motions towards it, she explains, that is a scrying eye that is attached to the house. So if you need to use perhaps the spell scrying, this will allow you to use it once a day. And it recharges, I believe, at dawn. So,
excellent.
There's ever scrying.
Why you sound like a super villain?
The like slow way you said that.
Yeah.
Irene's
So
just
good.
gonna look at Vale like, yo, this is amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank the kings.
Question. Do you think they'd be upset if we turned one of these into a more botanically friendly room?
This
Oh, boy.
house is yours to do what you will.
Keep your animals out of my study.
I was just
Out of
Nice.
my study, he said.
Valen, I don't think you
good.
realize how aggressive you sounded just now.
Listen, I've been doing arcane research and development in dirt, in sand, in all kinds of inhospitable
Do
environments.
you know anywhere where we can buy plants in the city? Or do we have to import them?
We've already. I mean,
There are a few in the bazaar and marketplace.
Can you just do plant growth and just
Yeah.
bring them inside?
You really can.
The
I don't know why you're going extra.
other option is if you haven't visited the Root and Dose, I believe.
The root and ghost.
Root and Dose.
Root and dose?
Yes.
Yeah,
Like
you've been
two in
dosed.
Spanish?
didn't we?
No, like a dose of drugs.
DOSE. Yeah. Didn't you go there already?
The Root and Two, baby.
And
Rylan,
Bruce
you
would
need
never
to go
say
back to school.
dose as dose. Like
Oh my god.
that.
Oh my god.
If you ever
Go
hear my
back,
sister
go back to
say
school. You can't.
the number 2 as dose, like that, it's not my
Oh
sister.
my god. Oh yeah, that is amazing.
We need to put him in detention. This is
Hey,
no.
I moved like 2,000 square foot of a house today. Leave me alone.
Aw, it's okay, buddy.
You're fine, brother. We're still gonna give you shit though.
Yep.
Yes.
As is
It's out of
tradition.
love.
But she is an alchemist, but she dabbles in botany and rare plants as well.
Excuse me.
Rylan's gonna pull out the little pig. He's like, "How many plants do you think you can buy right now?"
He like shakes his belly. Just stares at you happily.
Yes.
Rylan, you could
Yes.
literally
Wait, what?
plant growth. You did the thing in the desert. If you can make a desert grow, you can just do that in your room and not have to spend all sorts of money.
I've never done it inside. I don't think I
Just-
should do it inside.
Please
I don't
start.
think this is an inside thing to do.
No.
Also, there
You
has
can
to
do it
be
outside though.
some form of plant first.
Oh no! Wait, Valen's onto something. Well, actually, no. If this is supposed to be a humble
If I
abode, we
may
shouldn't.
interrupt you for just a moment, I will leave you to destroy your home in your free time, but I need to leave. Enjoy the space and congratulations.
Thank you.
Do you want to hang out?
I
Sure.
have
you
She's
wanna-
busy. She's
I have
busy.
to-
If you need a rest, come on over.
We'll get you drunk. We do some
You're-
karaoke.
You're welcome
Like,
here
it'll be great.
anytime.
I appreciate that very much. And just so you know, for your safety, I ensured that guards will sweep the area a little bit more often than usual. Considering what
Oh,
you've
thank you.
been encountering, just to keep things sure. But you shouldn't go more than 15, 20 minutes without a guard walking by.
Excellent. Thank you.
Valen's got some white claws in the bag of holding.
Yeah.
You know, you're not wrong.
But she just she bows her head and have a great night, or night for you, I suppose, because you are very tired, but morning for everyone else. Preventors.
Thank
Goodbye.
you.
Thank you.
Good night.
And she turns
Yes,
and
good night.
makes her way out.
Valifar,
Yes.
sir, if I may, can you see to the security of our home?
You mean like an inspection?
Exactly, and hardening of certain weak points that you find.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. All right. Where would you like me to start?
I'd imagine the doors and windows, but I'm not a thief.
Yeah, that seems like the most obvious choice.
And Kambish speaks
Wait.
up. And the roof.
Oh,
That's a good call. The roof is also important.
Kabish.
Yeah.
We got a house. He's just gonna run up and like grab Mild.
Yeah.
As you
Look, it's our house.
As you grab him, you can't help but notice that his eyes are a little bit red. And he
Oh.
seems a little more collected now, but when you look down, you see his sleeve is kind of wet. But he
No.
smiles very brightly and is just laughing happily with you at the moment.
We did this for you, kid.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
Come on now, help me come move this furniture.
Oh my god.
Shouldn't Kodrona help you? I mean, I'll come anyway.
Comes over.
I need someone to tell me jokes. And he's gonna start. He's very thoroughly rearranging this room up here that he's currently in.
Oh, okay, I see. Yeah.
Hey kid, you
wanna
lift this sofa?
At a minimum, moving it to the hallway and starting to prep it to be the botany room.
as soon as they try to like lift something, and Valen's gonna be walking by back to the study, but he's gonna enlarge Camby.
Ah,
you go.
yes. Cubby.
I think they would exactly do that, right? Like you poke your head in.
Yes.
All right, there you go.
I helped.
They're like walks away. Yeah. And Ryland was doing the moving in the sense of like I imagine you were using like you were doing 90% of the work and it was like just enough so he could feel like he's helping. But all of a sudden he's like holding it pretty much on his own and is not quite your height, but is much taller than he used to be. Like you see him just kind of looking over himself and wow, this is really cool. You hear me? Oh!
Hey, Kabish, when you put that down, see if you can grab the hammer.
Oh! Can I have the hammer now?
You gotta go find wait, the hammer or the mace?
The mace.
The
I
hammer.
imagine.
Kodrono's hammer.
Oh, Kodrumo's hammer. Oh, okay.
You gotta grab the hammer, kid.
So, Ryland, you were attempting to have him help you out, and immediately afterwards, Big Kambish just goes running down the stairs.
Yep.
Oh, no! But the spell only lasts a minute, so by the time he comes back, you see small Kambish come back. I'm here to help.
He's just gonna like furl his hair or whatever. Like, did you do it?
Let me roll.
Let me roll.
Wait, but he was super tall. He didn't make it there in time.
He's
No,
still a
he
kid,
did, but I was just kind of doing it really quickly and like trying to have it come back to him. But he has advantage on strength checks, and I believe he gets. It's a D4 just with the damage, right? It's not like
D4 is just with the damage.
yeah,
Yeah,
so
just
he just
damage.
gets advantage.
Yep.
All right. Well, let's see. Yeah, he did it. Yeah, he did
Yeah.
it. Pretty soundly too. It was pretty good. But Ryland, you heard his little feet going, or his big feet going downstairs. And then in the distance, you hear, "Yeah, I did it!" And then big feet coming upstairs, and then little Kambish, "I'm here to help."
You made it.
Yeah, so Riley's he's spending some time before he passes out to rearrange this room and get it prepped for plant land, and I don't know if he has any plants on him from back home. I know he has some desert succulent samples, so he's gonna plant some of those, and there's a whole bunch of vasas around here. It appears, so he's
You
gonna.
guys could definitely put some roses in there.
Oh my god!
Oh,
Oh
Nice.
my god! I mean, you get one rose per. Well, they wither after 24 hours. So
Aw.
yeah,
Yep.
they're not permanent roses.
They turn to sand.
Yeah. Oh jeez.
You can't
I didn't
even,
write the
like, put them
ring.
in a plot and like raise them. Like,
I'm sorry, dust. They turn to dust. Even worse.
Does, yes. I'm just so used to the scary sand
Yep.
and silt from
Yep.
Netters that whenever something turns to dust, I'm like, oh no.
Yep.
Oh man. But congratulations, Preventors, you're homeowners.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
okay,
And-
Foos, I
yeah.
gotta immediately ask.
Sure.
The library, these books,
Yes.
can we look at them? See what's there.
No.
No.
Of course you can. Oh my. It was
My
so-
heart.
Yeah.
It's my
You're-
birthday and I can't even read.
Oh, of course.
How are you gonna make me illiterate on my birthday?
No,
What?
no, it's all good. But you are absolutely welcome to look at them. I will say that just kind of looking over them though, they do seem to be kind of like general knowledge, simple things. And it's kind of expected as obviously Mytho was here at some point and then left, but he probably would take all the important ones or the perhaps unique things with him. And even looking around at the bookshelf, there does seem to be pretty healthy gaps between the books, which is nice in a way because
How
it means that you
dare.
guys get to add to it and put whatever you would like there. But you're welcome to search for a specific topic if you would like.
Yeah. Anything on the goddess Ayala or Felix?
Excuse me.
Bless you. Oh.
So we're looking for
what?
books on Ayala or Scott.
Scott?
Yeah.
Who's Scott?
Jeez!
Oh,
You no, okay.
Just Scott
T-Rock.
forever.
Is he a rock?
Is he what? Scott? What?
Scotland
Rock.
Rock.
No.
I don't know who that is.
No.
Okay.
Anyways,
No worries. No worries. We'll keep moving.
Scott
yeah.
or no, God damn it! Now I'm trolling myself. Ayala or Phoenixes in general.
Okay, gotcha. Go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
okay.
Nice, girl. That was a really good roll.
Did it make you
You-
proud of how good I looked at the books, Valen? No, I'm kidding.
Valen's busy writing already. He's like, oh, this is so nice. A proper table, a chair.
Aw,
He's making
yeah.
his own little like spell writing area.
Yeah, it is a very nice cushy chair too. Like everything in here feels so much higher class than pretty much any of you are used to. So it's like this is weird, but it's nice, but it's also weird. But you do find Ayala written in one of the books that seem to kind of be a general understanding of most of the deities and gods that are well known, at least. And it seems to be kind of an older book that more or less just goes over the basics of them. But you're not terribly surprised, as she does seem to be a relatively rare find, that there wouldn't be anything substantial, unfortunately, on her. But this just kind of gives you a vague outlook on her, as well as it is the first time you actually have any kind of illustration of her, though. And you do see just kind of a woman, what looks like made of light. But the light itself seems to be more fire, reminiscent of fire, as she seems to be kind of a golden, yellowy orange. And her eyes just are white hot. And her hair just seems to almost look like regular hair, but glow in an almost like golden kind of tone. But
She's gonna
it's
see the
first...
illustration and just pull the Denzel Washington, my man. Gonna do the weird Denzel fingers.
Oh my god! But you do manage to find that in the book, at least. So not as much information as you were hoping for, but at the same time, it was kind of nice to get that at least.
So she covers light, fire. Does it mention anything else basic?
From the information that you already know.
Refresh my memory. I'm dumb. I've been moving shit all day.
I know, I understand.
Oh no,
no.
Vago!
Oh, I have to shuffle things around again. Okay,
I
hold
fell
on.
down a hole. I'm sorry.
You fell down a hole. Oh, no. Okay. Actually, no, we're good. We're good. Everyone kind
Welcome back, Vago!
Okay.
Hey,
Hey, welcome back.
Weird stuff's
Did your
happening.
internet crap on you again?
Yeah, just having an interesting technology night, I guess. Trying to, fix it. So thank you for
Okay,
bearing
cool.
with me as this weird stuff happens, which is once every quarter, I guess.
No worries. Welcome back.
Or all the time.
All right. I'll just say that Irene gets the general lowdown from this book, so that way you get all the information you have again. But you get that she seems to be a demigod, not a full god, but a step down. She often, each god has their kind of own portfolio. It's not their domain, but it's their portfolio kind of, with the gods that you were saving from Cosvena and Malar, all of those had the portfolio of Moon, which is why he was kind of taking them out, because the less gods under that portfolio piece, the stronger one god can become if there's less there. But in her portfolio, she has celestial radiance, so sort of like radiant energies is under hers, light, as well as good aligned flying creatures.
That's oddly specific.
Yes. You also find out. Hold on a second. Let me double check.
I have to ask an important question.
Go for it.
The Quetzalcoatlus, is that a good aligned flying creature?
The Coatlalus, you do not know.
Of course he is. Get out of here, foos. We all know this.
He doesn't know.
The
Maya
goodest of
knows.
alignments.
Maya knows. But
You can
I'll
fly,
say
right?
that- you don't know. But you get that she's often just called kind of like the goddess of light. But one of her, like, she has two nicknames that you get from this book as well. and one is called the Bright Eagle or the Bright Mistress.
That's pretty cool.
And I believe that's all you would get from sort of like her basic stuff. But she is very much referenced in having ties with celestial things, celestial light, radiance, and flying creatures, which is why some phoenix are tied to her as well.
Phenomenal. Thank you.
Fabulous. No problem. Not a problem at all.
I think, hello.
But yeah, so Irene's doing that. Kambish and Ryland are rearranging the plant room. And,
I was gonna say, I don't imagine it takes too long to get the furniture out of there, but afterwards he's gonna sit down and try and reach out to
Maliki?
nope,
No?
Ilhana.
Ilhana. Okay.
Yeah. He's gonna kind of try and get him through that, and then after that he will try to reach out to Maliki and see if she knows who this lady is.
Okay. I'm gonna run through everyone. I'll
Yep.
come back to you in
Yeah,
just.
I just want to let you know. That's all
Yeah.
I want to know.
I appreciate that. That was good. Valen is sitting and studying. Is there anything in particular you're doing while you're anything you're studying while you're sitting, or are you just kind of like taking notes? What's going
Part
on?
of it is initially it is the kind of just sitting down and enjoying the fact, like, imagine kind of like what Maya's doing right now. Like, you're working on a really terrible hardware for a long time, and you sit down, you're like, oh, this is nice. But after the initial shock factor, he's going to kind of do like a what is it? What we used to call it at RIT, threat assessment. So start going through things that are most important. Obviously, his brother is on his mind, trying to figure out what's going on with that. Things of that nature. He also, at some point, wants to talk to Tamanamanu.
Okay, sounds good.
But yeah, he's no specific thing right now in terms of like a spell.
If he's in contact with you, the second you sit down, he's just gonna probably harass you.
Okay.
Listen. I've been sitting this in my head with nobody else to share it with.
Okay.
I realize this is probably very exciting for you, but could you just write it down for me so I could so you have it, and maybe you can look at it when you're free or something, or maybe
Sure. Yep. You've been, to be fair, you have been patient. That's not a problem.
Okay, great, fantastic. Also, I've learned a few spells while I was away and stuff. But anyway, that's for another time.
I've made a few spells since we've last spoke.
That's awesome. Okay. I have a few things that we have. Okay, spells and stuff is important. The other thing is,
Sure.
I'm not sure if you remember, but we need like chargy things to keep us going.
Yes, I
so
do
I'm on a
remember.
timer in a way. Just keep that in mind. I'm okay for now,
Whoa, hold on. How long do you roll that back? Do you remember? Do you know what kind of? Shit. Do you know what those things were made out of? Maybe we could replicate it.
I think so. I didn't make them, and I'm not sure if you remember, but I was forced into this place, so I wasn't there for when it was created. But if we visit your fancy magic store again, maybe we can take a look and ask some questions. But while I have your attention, write down everything, okay?
Ready when you are.
All right. He just starts spewing things that like normally probably would be too fast for you, but with his added intelligence and your own considerable intelligence, you do manage to write everything down.
Awesome.
And what you get is this chaotic mess of information. There seems to be, he makes you write down the raw scroll that he found first. So you're writing down the symbols that are in different languages each time. And of course, he's critiquing your handwriting the whole time. Just too curly. Straighten that out. Just as you're going. But afterwards, he starts showing you how he found like the cipher, essentially. Translating each line and in what direction you have to go in to find the correct words or the letters. And then from that, you even have to parse that together as well. So I'm going to share this document with you. It's going to look a little crazy. But obviously, any questions you are welcome to ask. You should be seeing it now. Just Nenders. Don't be alarmed. Everyone else, you shouldn't be seeing anything.
Okay. Yep, I see it.
Okay. So on the left side of the column is the raw translation, what he was able to parse from it. Any letters that are spaced out, those are just the letters he found, and you put them in alphabetical order.
Okay.
So he doesn't know what they make yet, or maybe he hasn't gotten to it. And then on the right side is his translation, and then in green are any comments he has about it.
Okay. Very nice. Okay.
So this is what you're stuck doing
All right.
for some time.
Oh god damn it, you got me actually doing fucking work here. This is dope though, thank you.
No problem, no problem. And then I'm just gonna show it to all the players, but obviously Valen is the only one who knows about this at the moment. But just so you have an idea of what your poor wizard is looking at, that's what he's got at the moment. Okay, so Nenners and Valen are doing this in the meantime.
The other words, love you though.
Valfar, what are you up to? Oh, you're muted, buddy.
I'm doing the security check.
All right. Go ahead and give me an investigation check. I'm gonna give you advantage on this
Sure.
because you're taking your time and you know what you're looking for. So
Thank you.
yeah.
So advantage on investigation. You got it.
Mm-hmm.
Where's my investigation? There we go.
All right. Very nice. Very nice. So, you do. Did Poop? Okay. Jeez, Poopy, you were sitting so still, and I thought you froze. I was like, did I lose him? Oh no, he's just sitting very, very still. Okay.
Yeah, it's all good.
So you you're right with the computer not being updated. Yeah. You start making the sweep around the house, and you find some of the windows on the first floor have been reinforced to the point where it would be very, very difficult to break in. You're also noticing that the two in the front of the house, I'll give you a little arrow so you know what the heck I'm talking about. But like this one here, as well as this one over here.
Yes.
Those two windows line up to the very humble windows you saw outside that were beside the front door. So even though inside they're very spaced far apart, you recognize that that's what it looks like from the outside. So if someone were trying to break into that window, they would probably have some strange dimensional craziness going on, just trying to get in. But if they managed to, perhaps in an arcane solution, find their way in, they would then have to break through the glass that is there as well. But in looking over it, there seems to be a set of 4 locks on each of these windows, which are all on different sides of the sills, and you're quite confident it would take a master thief to get in here. And not only that, but they would need to be able to break through the magic of the outside of the window as well. So you're very happy with that. The door itself seems to have the front door that is, seems to have a relatively simple lock, but it definitely requires a key. If someone were to lockpick it, and you imagine you could if you had enough time, it would be a very difficult check. It's a pretty complicated lock for having just a key, essentially, and you're very impressed with that, at least. But on your first floor sweep, that's what you mostly find. The back door does seem to have a less complicated lock, and you recognize that your key actually works for that one as well. So the key works for the front and the back door. And just to remind you, the back door is all the way over here. So this one leads outside from the to the back house,
Nice.
half of the house.
All right. So as I'm inspecting all of this, I through the psychic whispers, I tell the group, this place is very, very reinforced. Windows have multiple locks. The front door itself looks extremely difficult to pick. I mean, the key itself was very much designed for this door, so I think we got a very secure base here.
Great to know. Thank you.
Yeah.
And as you're saying that, through the link, you get Kambish.
Hey, come upstairs. We're moving stuff.
You moving stuff? Okay. What are you moving?
Stuff, furniture and stuff. I think Riley wants to put a bunch of plants in here.
Oh, that Valfar chuckles. Of course, that makes sense. Coming.
Yeah, you probably make it there as they're finishing with the furniture because it wouldn't take too long. And you would do your sleep, obviously. But obviously, Valfar, if there's anything else you wanted to do, you're welcome to do that before you head up or anything.
No, I'm good. That was pretty much it. Thank you.
All right, sounds good. And as you're going up, obviously, Rusi and Treebender kind of loaf after you, just kind of taking a look around. But there is the moment where, as everyone's kind of like settling into different rooms or checking things out, where you just hear the sound of 8 legs just flying down the halls, as the 2 of them have seemingly gotten the zoomies at this point and are taking advantage of the space. These halls are wide enough to handle both of them, but Rusi, you can tell when she seems to be the first to go through, as she is a little more light on her feet. And even though there's a considerable amount of weight, it's not really rumbly. And then there's Treebender, who just shakes every single room he runs by as he runs almost full speed down these corners. But the 2 of the animals seem to be enjoying and flying through this space. And before I forget,
They get the big rooms.
I don't think anyone has identified it yet, but I'm just gonna share it with you because what the fuck kind of crazy shit is this doing? Okay, hold on, I gotta reopen this. Because I have it open already. I'm smart. Oh man.
Oh, I hate when I do that.
SMRT.
SMRT.
Smart.
But this was the necklace
Yay!
you as well.
Nurglers.
Obviously, you can decide who has that and what you want to do with it. But that is happening at the same time. Okay, so Bugley, are you stable-ish? I didn't want to get to you.
Nope.
Okay. Do you know what Nirja might want to do so I can like put you in a room or something? Or
Well,
Nobody puts
Nirja.
Vogel in the corner.
Yeah. Nirja is gonna actually wait for a little bit and wait till Kambish is finished with everything he's doing and then say to him, which room do you want?
like he's with Rylan moving things out of the room, and they're going to be doing things in that room. So you're welcome to go with them and hang out if you want. Also,
yeah, go and help then if that's the case.
Yeah. Valen and Irene are in the study/library if you want to hang out there too. Just
nerding out, I'm sure. I think Nirja might just assist Ryland and Kambish since she also has the strong. So
okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Hey, did you see any plants on your way in?
Me, I don't think so. I wasn't really keeping an eye out for plants though.
Okay. Well, we're gonna make this plant room. We're gonna sit down here in a minute. Once we get everything, it's gonna be the sit down in the spiritual room, and I don't think he'll be too upset with that. Once we're finished, at least we gotta get plants from. Do you have a favorite plant? Do you have plants where you're from?
Of course.
It's just bugs off.
Yeah, and she just gives a laugh and she's like, yes, yes, we do have plants. I never gave thought to my favorite plant though. I do like evergreens though. I like the fact that they always have food and they always have useful bark and needles that are green all year round. I think they're my favorite.
He's gonna write that down, and then he's gonna like peek his head into the hallway and shout as loud as he can throughout the house, and be like, "Hey, think of your favorite plant for the plant room. We roll out in 5 minutes.
You mean
maybe more? Maybe an hour. I don't know yet. Just think about it."
Balin begins to cast silence.
There's just like a moment where you're hearing all that and you're like, oh man, this is nice, but I understand that this will never be calm. And as soon as it quiets down, Rusi and Treebender come flying down that hallway and just shake the things on the walls just a little bit as they go flying fast.
We can't hang any things on the wall without bolting them to the wall, I think.
Are the doors and walls soundproofed? Like, if we shut the door.
In the library?
Yeah.
You can. Yeah, I'll say that you go over there and give it a shot and close it. It does seem muffled, but it's not fully soundproof. The office and that little like secret compartment is fully soundproof. But there's certainly some insulation there, but not to the extent of the office.
You hear that, Vela? A little
Carry
better
the
now, right?
arc. What? I'm sorry. What?
The room.
Yes.
This room. Muffles sound a little bit, so it's not as bad. We should check the other one too later, just to see if it can give you the sort of peace and quiet you need when you're.
I think I'll get used to it. I'm trying to figure this out. No, I'm all right. It just not what I initially pictured when I'd be decoding this, but that's fine.
Hey, you start ritual casting. If I find a room that has better soundproofing, then I'll let you know where it is.
He was kidding about the silence. He's fine. He's just gonna keep studying. If anything, he needs to hear if anything goes wrong. So
This is the calmest
yeah,
thing you've ever had, and you've had in quite some time.
yeah, that's true.
Oh, pardon.
No problem.
Bink.
Dude,
Yeah,
dude,
that was me.
not allowed. Dude.
All right, hold on a second. I just need to grab something because I forgot where it was. Okay, that's fine.
Oh,
All right. What were you saying?
oh. No, I'm just making noises. I apologize.
No, you're fine. All good.
It's that time of the night.
Oh, no
Everybody's
worries. Yeah,
shutting down.
I hear you. I hear you. Don't worry. It won't be too long after this. Don't worry. All right. So with that, you guys are kind of broken off into your other spots. Dubs heroically hung on for a while, but he's been out for a little bit. So I'm just gonna say that Kodrono joined you guys in the library and is kind of peacefully relaxing for a moment. So he's doing that, and the critters are running full speed through the stairs, upstairs, downstairs, hallway. They're enjoying the space, especially that's theirs. But those of you who are in the kind of the rearranging room, if you have any plans while you're there, we can get to them now. Poor Netter's like, I actually gave him homework.
Yeah. Yep.
There's
Hi, Poozy.
Why you say it like that?
I'm good. How are you?
Also, if you want to find that later on, because I showed it to you, it's in your found notes and documents.
Thank you.
Found documents and notes. Excuse me, I said that backwards.
Documents.
Yeah. Anywho, plant to be room.
Yeah. How long is it going to take us to clear it?
With everybody here. I mean, also, are you just leaving the furniture in the hallway, or are you like taking it somewhere else?
Probably initially, and then like once it gets a little crowded, he's like, we should probably rehome this.
Yeah, Nirja would definitely have organized it in such a way where it wouldn't have cluttered up and could potentially, stay in that space.
Maybe we can double this up in the big room downstairs.
Perchance, or along the hallways.
You say along the hallways as Rusi and Treebrender come rocketing past you, barely like safely fitting in this area.
Maybe not. Okay. It's going to be quite a bit. Perhaps in the office or in the library.
We'll find a
more
place and
lounging.
just start taking it somewhere.
Yes.
Cumbish just kind of.
You said doubling up. There's the couches downstairs. We can put more couches with the couches.
Yes.
Yeah, so we can seat more of us, and all of us can kind of sit in there if we need to.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah. Ooh, and Kambish.
Yeah.
We need to make a stage for Auntie Irene. She likes to perform a lot. Maybe we can put it at the end of that room.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Don't tell her yet.
Okay. That's cool.
But yeah, I guess once that's done, he wants to kind of sit down with whoever wants to be part of the Hanya circle.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, with everybody there, and moving it like downstairs, it probably would take a good, I don't know, like 15, 20 minutes. Not too long. It's just a matter of like, you start moving it out and then you realize you're like, we should maybe move somewhere else. And then you start moving it after that. But not too long before it's emptied. And obviously, if anyone would like to stay for the prayer or whatever, you're welcome to.
Hmm.
Ryland's gonna ask Nerja if she wanted to reach out to Kelran as well,
Uh,
and if she wanted to do that with us, or if she would prefer to do that alone.
well, she does need to have a rest first, and she does need to um, smoke a little bit. She also needs more of the medicine, I suppose you can call it that now.
All right, so we need to make a
Pipe
grocery
tobacco.
run.
Yeah.
We got plants. We got to
And
get you some ganja.
eventually, yeah, oh gosh. And eventually, I do need to see that soul healer again. Or a soul healer again. I hate
Yes.
to have these things in my
Just make sure he's
head
armed.
much longer.
Jesus Christ. Could you imagine going to the shrink and be like, yo, dog, you packing? You're gonna need it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely how that conversation would go.
I'm gonna. Irene's actually gonna try to join this meditation circle. She's gonna try to reach out to Ayala with the little basic knowledge that she has.
Yeah, so Ryland's gonna kind of go through, and we're all gonna like, if everyone joins in, he's gonna have it as a group session, but like go through everyone's person individually, but as the group. Trying to start with Camp Beach, but if he's a little nervous, he's like, "Oh, I'll show you how to do this." And if Irene's there, then we'll start with her.
Yeah, he would 100%. Like, do you want to start? Yeah.
So with the furniture cleared, he'll set up his candles and kind of get them all ready to go, and take some information from Irene about the goddess in question.
Ayala.
And
He's the
Ayala.
guy known as the
Ayala.
Bright Eagle or the Bright Mistress, and her domain is celestial radiance and light and good aligned flying creatures. She's a demigoddess. I took good notes. I did good.
Good
Yeah.
job.
I did
So he's
Well
good.
gonna
done.
take out his book of celestial and set it up in part of the prayer circle.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yikes.
Ryland, give me a religion check.
Oh no.
You're a paladin. You'll be fine.
Oh yes. Yep.
He's
Definitely a
not that
paladin.
kind of paladin.
Holy shit!
Yes, he
What
is.
is it? What
He
is it
is that kind of paladin.
It's a
Ho!
19
Take
plus
that.
1.
He doesn't need school. He's good for this.
Holy shit!
I'm so proud of you.
It's a flat
Yeah.
roll, by the way.
Hi.
Awesome.
Nubs has come to congratulate you.
Nubblies.
Rylan just looks up at the heavens. I heard that.
My own damn player doesn't even
Nubs.
believe in me.
Oh, hey, baby.
Oh,
Yo,
no,
look at
baby.
those beautiful eyes.
Got him.
Go.
Look at this.
The mlem was so
Make him
perfect.
dance.
I love
Lem.
Lem.
Mm,
All right,
lem.
so Ryland, Ayala
Yes.
as a name does not sound wildly familiar initially when she was talking about it, but now that she got a little more of the base knowledge and was sort of saying it out loud in front of you, the more you hear about it, the more you're like, oh, it kind of sounds familiar. I think our religion elder talked to us about this, but I never listened to her.
Huh.
She was aligned also with good giants, if you remember correctly. And because of her tie with flight, you do remember hearing that any giants that had temples to her, they tended to be buildings or perhaps some sort of magic flotation device of some kind or whatever. But often temples for her were never found on the ground, but were often in the clouds instead.
He's gonna share that with her. It's like, in probably very much the same fashion. Like, oh shit, what was that class again? Something about giants, clouds flying. You know, she's never had a temple terrestrial at least.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah. Good giants. I don't know how
Are
they
you
flew.
saying that she tends to them? They're under her portfolio?
I don't know what a portfolio is, but sure.
All right.
Which I imagine
Hey,
is
just
true.
like that. All right.
What was her name? How do you spell it?
Ayala.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
act like I could.
I'm gonna. Oh my! I'm gonna do it.
I
Go,
gotcha.
Foos.
I love you
Because there was
guys
definitely going to be an
so
EYE.
Foos, can I give you back a vowel?
Wait, hold on. Which one's
Oh my
correct?
God.
Give me back a vowel.
Yeah. Can I sell a
To be
vowel?
fair,
Can you
looking at
sell?
these notes, that last
Listen,
one.
this ain't Wheel of Fortune.
I honestly.
No, hold on. Valen, come on over here and commune with Vanna White. See if she can solve this last one.
Vanna White, yes. Ah, fucking yes,
Oh, God.
girl. I love you.
Her domain is
Ah.
puzzles and wheels, glitter.
It's Vanna White.
Puzzles and wheels.
That is. I
and
want to know,
wheels.
like, where is it? Like, what's going on that you're like?
There are a
So,
lot of vowels on this
I
page.
got shit that don't make sense, like Team Easter, or the closest thing I see have is War is Meat, or Met,
Oh.
like METE.
Oh, on the
But-
top one. Yeah.
Yeah,
The one where he's like, those letters make fuck all sense.
yeah, I can't fucking make sense out of them either because I'm like, there's too much. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Go back to your Latin.
But I was like, the basic like English words don't make sense. Like, you can get pull stream out of there, but then you got WIE.
Vanna White knows.
You
Well,
can.
fucking like
That sounds like old English, like
wait,
Chaucerian.
like it's just like I don't know what to do with that.
Nenners, you should have Valen check the book to see if it has any like wheels inside. Like a pop out wheel.
You can spell Mister. Like
Oh,
Mister.
Lord.
Hey, Georgiana, can I buy a vowel?
Okay.
Oh
Let's
my
go
god.
with
Also,
Mister.
there are two others under that need unscrambling too.
Oh yeah. I'm just saying if I can give you a
So that's
vowel,
like
you know what I'm
if
saying?
you get stuck on one, you can always move on to another.
Yeah.
Go to your Welsh.
Yeah. Combo was
I
very
don't know any Welsh.
also. Poor Bailey.
They
okay,
have all the
Oh.
letters.
so, a mentioning of Ayala and Ryland remembering some things amazingly with his awesome fucking religion check. So proud of you. What would you like to do, Irene?
Oh, I thought Rylan had the floor.
He's just guiding
Okay.
you. He's setting it up, and we're the goal is to get Count Beach to try and reach out to Ilhana.
Nana.
Ilahana.
Oh, Jesus.
Ilahana.
Ilahana!
Foxy Brown.
Yep.
Yeah,
My girl
we're
Foxy, the kid
we're
went deaf.
slowly losing that like first A. It is Ilahana, not
Yeah.
Ilhana.
What is this?
Well, with the Flandy's thing, Mr. is in there, but the only thing that's left is Awe, so it's Mr. Awe. Final answer. All right, next one. Solve that one.
Got it. Yeah.
Excellent.
Teamwork makes a dream.
Good job. Told you what you need to do, Nenners.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
all right. So, yeah, he's setting you up essentially, like kind of getting you in the right mind space. And it is almost like a kumbaya situation where, like, you know, some of you guys are holding hands if you're familiar or comfortable with it, and you have the candles around you, and Ryland kind of guiding everyone through what he experiences often, and it will tell you how to calm your mind and do his best to kind of. Oh, hold on.
You okay?
Yeah, okay.
Nubs is playing with something and it's tipping the lamp and it's just making me nervous. Oh, there it goes.
There it is. That's it. You just watch the light just go down.
Yep. Yeah. I think he got it like under one of those things and like ticked. Oh yeah, I'm darker now. Look at this.
Yep.
That was about right.
Did you hear Nubs?
Yeah.
It's like, buddy, you need to get out of there. Anyway, sorry. I think everything's okay now. Thankfully, where that lamp is, it can't really like fall or anything. But I just didn't want it to like. And it's one of those touch lamps where as soon as you touch it, it turns off or on. So Dubs touched it, and obviously it turned off. So.
You pushed it.
Well, I mean, I know that, but you touched it as well. Anywho, he's trying to lead you through this spiritual.
He's setting you up for the alley oop.
setting you up for the
Alley-oop.
For the all oop.
Oh
Get the
my
fuck out of
God.
here, Flint.
But
She's
in
gonna try to see if she can get the Phoenix, Kandara to kind of join hands with this in a weird, through her, I guess.
okay, got it. The connection is still strong now that you are simply one, and it seems easier for you to just kind of like check up on him. But you do get the idea that he is very tired, still kind of recovering and exhausted. But he seems present. Maybe not as present as Irene might have preferred, but he is there.
You want me to? All right, sure.
Aw.
Don't worry, I'll try to make it quick. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
But it was no for Ayala. It's probably how she's addressing him. Just I would see if we can reach out to Ayala. All right, Phoenix noises.
I mean, were you talking to the Phoenix, or I thought you were
Yeah.
talking? Oh, okay, yeah. As you say that, you're not feeling any words. You're still feeling the warmth of the Phoenix inside of you, but there just seems to be an acknowledgement. But you get the idea that it probably just wants to rest.
Promise you'll be able to sleep later. I'm sorry. Yeah, she's gonna try to reach out to her and recite some of her names and run off some of her portfolio. Hi, Ayala, Bright Eagle, Bright Mistress, Goddess over celestial radiance, like flying creatures like my phoenix friend Kandara, giants. And she looks at Rylan.
Have to.
What was the name of that book? She looks at her host and be like, Mr. Silver Giant.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, Jesus.
uh, but yeah, just kind of run over the names, over the portfolio a bit, and just try to close her eyes, tune in, and reach out and concentrate on what she saw in the book and try to visualize her and I guess meet her somehow.
All right. Everybody who is present and in the area and just perhaps lending their energies or will, faith, whatever you might want to call it. If you are there, go ahead and roll me a wisdom check, just a flat wisdom check. And then
would love to.
Irene, I will like a D100 from you.
Oh, okay. Do I also roll the wisdom check?
No. Yes,
Oh.
Bugley?
Can you roll for me for this?
You can roll your physical die.
What?
Oh, right.
Roll your physical die and tell me what the number is.
Oh, okay. All right.
Nice.
Physical die. That's true. All right, here we go.
You the
Wisdom,
man.
because that's flat for me.
God fucking damn it.
Rylan, that was
6.
fantastic.
None of
6.
these words
Okay.
make sense.
What?
I'm
Out of
assuming that's a 1.
100?
I'm
Out
assuming
of
that's a 1.
100.
It's a 1 out of 100.
Yep.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
That is.
Yo, is this still your birthday?
My birthday.
God
Oh my
damn.
god.
How did you get?
Wow.
Maya, I normally don't allow D100 rerolls, but you do get your birthday inspiration. If you want to use it on a D100 reroll, I will let you.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
do that. Oh, holy shit. You have to
Ooh.
screenshot that shit.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
That's
Well,
amazing.
Gosh.
Oh, wow, that is amazing.
Oh yeah. Valify, you're in the room. Are you helping?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that. Yeah, sure.
Wisdom check.
Anybody here
Yeah,
good
of
at
course.
Scrabble?
I depending. I mean,
My rolls are trash.
So just a flat wisdom check. All right.
I can't roll
I'm the
shit
only
today.
other person I've ever seen roll a 1 on a D100.
Holy crap, that's not bad.
Okay.
Don't forget
Essentially.
Capiche.
Oh yeah, Kamish is there. Okay, thank you.
Can I throw my inspiration into the mix?
Yeah, absolutely. It's if it's a check like this, absolutely. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, thank you.
I'll do that. I might as well.
Yep. Where the
I
fuck?
had a 2.
Where is his wisdom?
Thank you.
There it is.
We're up
Of
37,
course.
y'all.
Essentially, what's happening is it's you guys, your numbers. I'm having add to her D100. So you're kicking that number up. You know.
Oh yeah,
slowly
needed
but
it.
surely.
yay!
Um,
Thank you.
yeah, of course, of course. So 6.
Damn.
Balafar did real well,
Is
actually.
Emmy a word?
Plus 10. With all of that stuff, your team got you from a 35 to an 88.
Yes!
Power of teamwork.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah!
So,
88, that's Fooz's number.
Get it.
yeah.
That was from a
Especially-
1. Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm so
I'm the
sorry,
only one-
Rylan. I'm so sorry.
it's fun. It's fun.
You deserve better
Honestly.
than what I rolled.
Good God, I was really the only person I've ever seen roll a natural 1 on a D100. Like, you're taking that crown away from me, girl. But as all of you sit and focus, interestingly enough, Valafar, this weirdly felt kind of natural for you. And what you could equate it to was kind of like finding a meditative space and calming yourself. Unfortunately, are you okay, Niners?
I'm just waving the vocal style.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
bottle.
Hi, girl. Oh,
It's on my phone.
But for Valafar, you equate this to kind of the way you used to like meditate and calm yourself either before or after some of your previous jobs, and you haven't done it in a while. But in this space, it feels nicer and it feels natural, and you're able to kind of lend your energy in a way that you didn't really expect to be as powerful and helpful as it was. Ryland, because you are leading this group, you take this role on better than you ever imagined. And you're kind of so caught up in it that you don't realize how good of a job you're doing. Like, you're just focused on trying to help everyone. And like, well, it's one of those things where like you're killing it and you don't realize it because you're like, I'm focused on what I'm trying to do right now.
Mm.
And especially for Ryland, who is constantly trying to help his friends. In Ryland's mind, he's second. You know, like helping this situation is first. And you guide her in all the right ways as she's just like kind of floundering in this space of like, I've never had to. The best thing I've communicated to is the Phoenix, and now it is me. So like, how do I communicate to a thing that's not even like? What do I even? How do I start? And you get her rolling on the right direction. But with the group focusing for a little bit, it's a quiet minute and a half of just kind of searching spiritually and just sort of opening yourself up to the possibility, invoking her name, and understanding what she stands for. But as you kind of wait and focus on this energy, you feel the light in the room kind of start to flicker a bit, which surprises you a bit because most of the light is the sunlight coming through the window on the other side. And as each of you kind of one by one open your eyes out of this meditative state and like look off to the side, you can make out the vague silhouette of a woman in the light in the window.
Oh, shit.
There's no words, but you're able to sort of make out eyes as well, just watching you for a moment or two before the light in the window flickers once again and the silhouette disappears. Instead, you still see the sunlight coming in from that window. And the room returns to a sort of silence with all of you holding your hands, each other's hands.
Is the sunlight supposed to be coming in from that angle?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But what if it wasn't?
But what if? Shit was fucked.
What if it was for puppies?
Oh, yeah.
What?
That's. I guess Irene's gonna slowly open her eyes and kind of look to Rylan and be like, "You did it. She's out there."
She's aware.
Knows of us now, I guess, or maybe she always did.
Keep
Think
trying.
Yeah, I will. Thank you.
Maybe
This is
maybe
the
not right now, but yeah. Keep
Of
trying.
course.
Over
Thank
time.
you. I'll still be here to try and, well, learn by doing, right? So, who else
Fair enough.
is going?
As you guys are like asking that, Codrono comes lumbering in,
Hmm.
having come from the library. It's off to the right side, if you can see them.
Of course he could see us.
There he is. Yep. But as you walk in, you see like all the furniture in this room has been moved out, and you heard some of the shuffling around before. But at the moment, they all seem to be sitting down in what seems to be a prayer circle with Ryland leading them and just kind of holding hands and focusing. But at the moment, they all look kind of content and a little surprised, but seemingly comfortable with it.
Sitting on the floor. Right?
Yeah.
You sound like how you say like you're above sitting on the floor.
Yeah. They're sitting on the floor? Yes, correct.
All the things you could be doing in this brand new house, you're sitting on the floor.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Just
Look
you
at all
wait.
this furniture. You're
It's gonna
sitting
be
on
an
the
amazing
floor.
sanctuary.
Yes, it is.
I just need to go to the market.
Why are you making him sound insane?
I know. Why is he sounding creepier by the minute? Oh my god.
Just you wait.
That's great.
You're gonna get out there soon, Ryland, don't you worry.
But yeah, that's what you walk into.
Hey, would you like to join? We talked to Ayala just a second ago. She made her presence known. We're trying to reach out to Ilahana for Kambish here, but he's still a little gun shy, so we're getting there. I'd of course like to reach out to Unicorn Lady. She's my homie.
Oh.
No bad names.
And Nerja, if you're still again, if you want to fill up, we could try, or we could wait. We can. I know you said you need to take care of some things first, but
Yes.
okay. So he's gonna look to between Kambish and Kodrono, and it's like just give you all the awkward like, which one's first? Who's next?
You want to go?
What?
Do you want to talk to your god first?
For what?
We're just
I'm just confused.
communicating, I guess.
I'm confused what the hell we're doing here.
It's like a prayer circle, essentially.
We're teaching Kambish how to reach out to overwatching beings, and we're trying to learn more.
Right, but every god has their own is a different way, so you need to figure out which way works for whatever god you're trying to reach out to.
This is true.
We could
I forgot the one. Sorry. But
we could sacrifice a chicken and contact
God.
requires sacrificing a chicken. You see where I'm going?
Okay. Well,
Methods are very different.
we don't have any chickens, so we might have to forego. I can reluctantly add it to the list if you'd like. do you require chicken?
I think he's being sarcastic.
I know. He's playful.
Right. And okay.
He's like,
sorry, that was being silly. Anyway,
Mhm.
as you were saying.
I don't know. They were mumbling over each other. So
No, they were joking about the chicken thing. They're like, we can add the chicken to the list if you want to get it next time we're in the market.
I would love some chicken, you know that. But I would eat that chicken. Oh my god, what are you doing,
He's
dude?
just playing with the box. It's okay.
Oh my god.
Oh, sorry, he's pushing this box around. I don't know if I can show you. I think my camera's no, it's not gonna show you. Dang it. All right. Anyway, there's a box that's way too small for Nubs' head, and he's trying real hard to get his head in there. He's just pushing it along the floor. So but this is not a good angle for you. But anyway, as you are having this conversation, Kambish just kind of raises his hand and,
Can you just join us and like sit down?
Sure.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah. Tell him.
just kind of holds his hand and whoever else might be next to him. But
Can someone else go? I don't want to go yet. I'll go next.
Um,
Well, to contact my god, I hold the symbol and I just say, Noada, I need your guidance.
and
And I would say what I need guidance for, like, Noada, guide this child to guide this god, to help guide his god.
I think Nuada would appreciate that very much.
As
think
he's
Riley-
saying this, you start to see his palm kind of flare up in that silver, and you start to realize, especially Ryland, since you had direct contact with this god as he brought you back to life in his past, in your past. The god seems to be of very few words, and you can see why. Maybe Kodrono chose this particular god, as many of you reach out for knowledge, wisdom, or whatever it might be. Nuada is very much a doer god. It's like, go do the thing and get it done. You know where you're supposed to go.
Yeah.
I will otherwise help you with that, with your strength and your energy. But it also is understandable as to why Kodrono's like, yeah, I guess sacrifice chickens for some
Yep.
god or something, or I don't know, if I need something, I just ask him for guidance, and that's how it works. But it is a hilariously awkward display for like everyone here. It's like, aren't you a cleric? How does it work? But I mean, you've seen hints of it before, but
yeah.
in many ways, Kodrono is not a regular cleric in a lot of ways.
Yeah. Riley's just gonna explain to Kimby. She's like, "See, this is a perfect example. Kodrono has a very direct relation. Well, not direct. Specific relationship with his god. Just like I have one with mine, and I call her Unicorn Lady because she's my friend. And some gods and goddesses would very much not like that. So not everyone's the same. You just have to figure out how it works for you."
If a
Do you
god
remember what
is
she
Whatever
your
god you
friend,
have.
is that weird?
Hmm?
If a goddess is your friend, is that weird?
It's not common. And to most, it would be considered weird.
Do you think it's weird?
I don't.
Oh, okay. You try talking to her, maybe?
Sure. Rosie! I imagined he broke the awkwardness just like that. Just like, sure. Rosie!
Which is great because everybody knows they can communicate telepathically, but he decided to like scream. And once again, you're reminded of Ryland's booming giant voice. He knows how to speak like a regular person, but when it comes down to it, he's still a giant. And when he projects, his voice projects. And in this new place you guys call home, you realize that the critters had gone downstairs and been running around down there, but there's a clear stop to that. And then there's the approaching footprints or footsteps on their way to you, still at high speed. And this particular room that you're in doesn't even seem to have a door. It just kind of is an open walkway straight into it. But Kambish and Kodrono, for a moment, you're ready to like brace for impact as both Rusi and Treebender come skidding towards the door. But thankfully, Rusi does stop before she reaches you and just kind of happily sits in the doorway. Dog tongue hanging out, panting happily.
Yeah. What do you need?
We're about to reach out to Unicorn Lady. You wanna
Oh.
join us?
Okay. Yeah. What are you doing?
We're
How do
we're
I-
teaching Cambish different ways to reach out to the folks because he has someone looking over him.
Oh.
But she speaks Elvish.
Oh. Okay.
You see her like very carefully step over Kambish and then settle down behind you.
Did we? Can I just ask a meta question for a second? Especially since I've been going in and out. Did we actually identify that elf lady as a goddess?
No.
Not
Okay.
yet. Nope.
Okay. Not yet. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is
Ryland's
tricky.
just he's doing his wild assumptions.
Speculation.
Well, okay, got it. All right, thank you.
Irene's
Please
gonna
Although-
continue.
sneak in a couple of scritches as he comes in.
No. Yeah, actually, as that happens, Treebender does kind of nestle up beside you and Valfar on that side.
Cool, he's getting scritches too. You okay, Ninners? Ninners, what's wrong? Phelan, is the puzzle too
He's trying to
hard?
figure out this. I'm like half-assedly trying to figure some of this out. It's wild.
Phelan, get in here and summon Vanna White.
This is wild.
This is
It's,
wild.
dude, it doesn't. None of this makes sense. How many? Can I at least find out how many words these are?
For
Because
which
that
one?
one, the first one, because I've got all kinds of weird. There's Mr. Awe, there's Wars Met, there's Mire Waste.
I think it's
or
is it just
Waste
supposed to be
Mire,
one word?
or it could be Sweat Rhyme, or Sweat Mire, or yeah, I got nothing. It's like none of this shit makes sense.
I figured out the last one.
Okay.
I
As
figured
you're
out the
going
last
through it, though, Tamina responds is just, it seems like everything's 1 or 2 words from what I've seen. I don't think it's more than that. It's since we found the first one, which is the approach is imminent thing, it should just be 1 word after that. Maybe with multiple translations, but I
One
don't know
word.
what the fuck it means.
The Sweat Rhyme. Is that a word for you? Like the rhyme of frost?
No,
No, no, rhyme sweat. I don't know. I'm having a hard time here.
Oh my god.
Oh, I hate these
Obviously,
word
Ryan
choices.
Sweat is a poet.
Poet, I am not.
He's
the
a
hell?
rapper, but in D&D terms, he's a poet.
Right, right.
Oh gosh.
Come get these sweaty rhymes.
Oh boy.
Nah, man, you can keep them rhymes.
This is the chaos that you're but okay, so we have a few more people to go, and for fear of this going too long and for melty peoples, I think this might be a good place to stop, and then we can pick up here next time with the prayer circle and for Netter's doing homework.
I imagine the payoff is going to be great, or you're going to be cursed. Either way.
Right, yeah.
Just don't roll a
We'll
1.
see how it goes. So I normally would ask for the votes for who you would like, but Maya, I believe you didn't use your inspiration, right? Because it was you and Duvessa,
because
and obviously
of
she wasn't here.
I did because of the 1.
No, that was your birthday inspiration.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because your inspiration is usually just a D20. So that's why I was like, you can roll the D100 again if you want with your birthday inspiration.
Thank you.
So you still have your regular one. I'm just going to carry that over for next session, so that Duvessa still gets hers and you still get yours. So we'll just push that back for next time, obviously, or hopefully, obviously. But that being said, I don't want to keep people up too late. And if there's anything you guys want to do, obviously you can kind of have that ready to go for next session. Or if there's anything you want to type in now so you remember it for next session, feel free to do that as well.
I want to give you all lovespiration.
Oh,
Giving me a happy birthday.
Happy birthday!
Love you.
Very
Thank you.
happy birthday.
What? Hegrun Absolute?
What'd you
That's
say?
the last one.
Is that a vodka brand? I just
Oh my god.
God damn, Flynn, I didn't even look at that one.
Hergun
That's the
Absolute.
last one.
Oh, God.
Actually, bro, that would be amazing. Hergun Absolute.
Oh
Come
my
in
God.
blasted.
You gotta figure out what's relevant about it, but that's the last one, Enders. I figured it out for you. Congratulations,
Thank
you're
you.
one
Easy.
step
I got
closer.
this. Teamwork.
Oh
I can't.
god. Okay. I also remembered I think it was Quadrono who found one more necklace when you guys were there, because I remember describing it. So I'll say fucking Valen took the time to
No.
look that or identify that as well. But let me show that for you before I forget, because I do remember you guys finding this one too. So
Bogly, you look so cozy.
It's this one.
Oh.
Wound closure. That sounds good.
yeah. Anywho, as you guys look this over, I will end here so sleepy people can go to sleep. Thank you everybody for being awesome, being
Yeah,
here.
yo.
Happy birthday, Maya. You're
Thank
Very
you.
happy birthday.
You guys made it happy.
yeah.
No.
Yay.
Sleep well, yo.
And
Yep,
we'll
have a
pick
good night.
we'll pick up next week. So
Good
good night.
night.
Yeah, good
Good
night.
night, everybody.